I bet you didn't know that I could do this. I'm horizontal now. This year I've posted hundreds of videos, but the chances that you saw all of them are very slim. So I went and watched every single one and selected my favorites of the year. And I've even re-edited all of them so that you can now see everything happening around me. You can even watch me on TV now if you want. In this video, there's Minecraft fun facts, tips, challenges, but this time you'll be able to see even more. You'll also be able to see in chat when I secretly switch to creative mode. Thank you guys so much for the support this year. So go get some snacks, pop this on in the background, or try and find the random secret message I put on the screen for half a second. Did you know mob heads in Minecraft have some really cool features? Here they are. Pretty obvious that you can place each individual one down as a decoration, and this one can be used to spawn the wither. You can place them on redstone, and they will also do nothing, except these last two. The piglin, well, he's gonna waggle his ears, and the dragon head is, gonna go crazy with its mouth. What if we replaced each of these with a note block instead? Well, the player head's not gonna do anything, but all of the others do. The normal player head so far is quite boring, but it does have this cool feature. If you do the command, give your username, player head, square bracket, profile equals, curly bracket, name colon, and then a username of a player, closing curly, closing square, it'll give you the player head of that person's skin. On the topic of wearing heads, if you wear the piglin head and you move side to side, the ears will move with you. And if you wear the dragon head, its mouth is going to move when you move. Wearing these heads still has use though. If I put on this zombie head and switch to survival mode, he doesn't see me. But when I take off the zombie head, he suddenly sees me. That's because when I have it on, he has 50% less visibility of me. There's still so many heads that they haven't added to the game. Which one do you think they should add next? Do you ever wish Minecraft stairs could be more efficient or less efficient? What I mean by this is normal stairs just go up one block per block. Meaning if you want to make a really big staircase, it's going to take up a lot of room. Or maybe you want to go up less than half a block a second. Well, that's technically possible. It's just a little bit insane. Let me show you. Over here, though, I have 3 contraptions. First, this is the least efficient staircase. As you can see, each block, it gets a tiny bit taller until you reach 1 block difference. There are 17 stages to get to it. And when you walk on it, it looks like this. Very inefficient. I don't know why you'd ever need this. This you might need though. This is the most efficient staircase in Minecraft. It goes up 3 blocks for each 1 block across. As you can see, the slab is 1 pixel bigger than the chest. And the same works for the bell and the glass pane and the cake and the trapdoor. Meaning if you walk in the middle of it, you're gonna go up that fast. Bear in mind you can chain these as well, meaning I can just stack it like this and just have a really tall staircase. Really helpful if you have some tight spaces. But what if you have a really tight space and need to get really high? Introducing the camel stairs. This will get me up 16 blocks in 1 block depth. The only thing is you're gonna need a camel, and you just do the same as the other stairs, but you go so much faster. The only issue is how are you gonna design these to look normal in your house? Everyone always tells me, Ollie, you don't need complex ways of going up. Just use a ladder. No! They're just so slow and boring. Who wants this? Not me. Anyway, here's my design for an elevator that launches you 80 blocks pretty much instantly. It's going to use wind charges, and I designed it the day that it came out. I built these for guidelines. You're probably going to need them. Anyway, here's how you build it. Wherever you want to be launched up, place a dispenser on the floor. I preloaded mine with wind charges. Then place one here and here, and the other side too, just like this. Then you're going to want to place blocks 3 up on each side. A tripwire hook here, a tripwire hook here, and string in the middle to connect them. Next, we want to hook up the redstone. Place a block here, and a block here, and a block here. Connect this redstone up, and then place some down, going like this. Quickly test that it's working. Brilliant. Now, all you have to do is just hide it a little bit, and our elevator is done. Here's how it works. When you jump, your head's going to touch this tripwire hook, and it's going to activate all of these with wind charges in. And it's going to launch you this high. I've gone from -60 to 20 just like that. This is how high you go. If you really want to as well, you can chain these and just go stupid high. I've been getting an alarming amount of comments for the song that I use in every video. It's this. Kickstep. We all know it by now, right? Now, there's some people asking what the song is because they can't remember the name, but there's an alarming amount of people saying, this song takes me back, or I grew up on this song. What? What? Just to clarify, this disc came out on the Nether update, right? Which is something that I consider still a pretty recent update. And then I thought about it a bit more. The Nether update was 1.16, and we're now on 1.21, on the cusp of 1.22. That's about to be 5 updates ago. And to make matters worse, I googled when 1.16 came out. It was 2020. Not that bad. That was like 2 years ago in my mind. And then I realized that was 5 years ago. It's 2025 now. This update itself came out about 4.5 years ago, which that enough is crazy in itself. But then I remembered what the comments were saying. I grew up listening to this song. I was 18 when this disc came out. How is it possible that anyone grew up on Pigstep? You didn't grow up on Cats? You didn't grow up on Moog City? You grew up on Pigstep. Man, maybe I'm one of the old creators now, like in the Littlewood. Yeah, sorry, man. That was my bad. That was a bit unnecessary, wasn't it? You can make anything ride a chicken, by the way. So with the new chicken variants, I was trying to figure out how to spawn in a baby zombie riding a chicken. And this is what the command looks like. You summon a chicken with a passenger, and that passenger is a zombie, and it's a baby. So if I spawn it in, he looks like this. But that command got me thinking. If I change the 1 to a 0, is it going to be a fully grown zombie? And the answer was yes. But after that, I just had more ideas. What if I change this from being a zombie to a villager? Will that work? And yeah, once again, the answer is yes. So I tried some others. Skeleton, yes, with no bow. Enderman, yes. He doesn't really know how to sit, but that's okay. Slime, yes, and this one's so cute. Everything worked. So I decided, let's take it up a notch. First test, the Warden. Yes, but he burrowed straight away. What about the Wither? And then I forgot. Yeah, the Wither aggroes on everything. That's not gonna work. Finally, the Ender Dragon is really straight. You can summon it just fine, but when you do, it flies backwards away from you and stays about this distance. And the chicken goes with it. But here's the really strange thing. As soon as I try going closer to it, it just flies further and further away. And you can actually never catch up to it. I have no idea why it does this. Anyway, what else should I try? Before you start your next Minecraft world, change this first, especially if it's a hardcore world. You see, to use commands like game rule, you need cheats enabled. And like the rest of people, I don't want to cheat. But this thing doesn't feel like a cheat to me. You see, if I was to make a railway with all powered rails, I'm gonna go kind of fast, but this is as fast as I'm gonna go, which is why nobody uses rails anymore. 1, they're really expensive, and 2, making something like this is not only cheaper, but also significantly faster. See, I think high-speed rail networks in Minecraft would be awesome, but we have no excuse to use them right now because they're just, let's be honest, bad. So this is why I wouldn't consider this a cheat. Make sure to do this before you start your next Minecraft world. The first thing you want to do is go to more, experiments, and minecart improvements on. Then go to game rules, scroll right to the bottom, and you'll see this. Max minecart speed, set this to 999. Then just make your new survival world. Once you get going a bit in your world, and when you're later game, you might now have a use for this, because you'll notice it goes a lot faster. See how far that launched me? And that wasn't even max speed. Best of all, cheats aren't enabled. Minecraft devs, if you see this, please make this the default. Having high-speed rail in Minecraft would be awesome. This one doesn't need to be scrapped as well. Almost anything can ride chickens in Minecraft. This is the command for spawning a baby zombie riding a chicken, but you can change this passenger for whatever you want, like a pig riding a chicken. So I asked you guys what we should try next. Let's see if some of your ideas work. First, I missed the obvious one. A chicken riding a chicken. Yep, it works. Now my question, how would I make a chicken ride a chicken ride a chicken? Okay, I might have figured it. Let me see. Okay, that's not right. Let's see if this works. Yes! Chicken stuck! What if we try the giant? Oh my goodness, it works. Yeah, this is a real mob, by the way. It's just called giant. It's just a giant zombie. How about the new creaking? Okay, now how is this gonna work? Can you target me? Uh-oh, he can still move. Can I ride the chicken? There's no way this works. What? It worked! Oh, no. No, it didn't work. Wait, this might work? Oh, I'm always so close. Wait, this might work. No, I don't think this works. Let me know in the comments if you know how to do it. Can I switch the chicken out for anything? Oh my. Minecraft's had lots of spin-off games like Minecraft Story Mode, Minecraft Dungeons, and recently Minecraft Legends. But there's one massive one that I feel like hardly anyone remembers. So, who played Minecraft Earth? Probably not you, because it failed hard. But in 2016, Pokemon Go came out. It was the first popular augmented reality mobile game. And because of how popular that was, everyone wanted to recreate it, including Minecraft. Their idea was to make the Earth one big Minecraft world in augmented reality. You'd visit locations on the map, and you would get blocks and mobs. And they even had mob variants, which is a whole other video in itself. You found a flat surface, and once you built your build, you can make it giant size and have it sit in the real world, where you can even go inside it and interact with things like redstone. Although people loved it and the game won multiple awards, it also unfortunately happened to release in 2019, which if you didn't realize was when COVID started. So an outdoor exploring game couldn't really take off, and it shut down in 2021. But maybe if enough people showed it they miss it, maybe they'll they'll bring the game back. Make sure to let them know in the comments. Why do Minecraft speedrunners only ever play this old version of the game, 1.16.1? You probably know this update as the Nether update. This update came out 5 years ago, in June 2020. Why does everyone still play on this version? Well, normally with speedrunning, people would upgrade to the next version if there was something that could save them time. And 1.16 did that. In 1.15, players would trade with villagers to get ender pearls and break the beds in the village to kill the ender dragon. But in 1.16, they added piglin bartering, which not only could get you ender pearls, but also obsidian to get out the nether faster, and string, which you can make beds with. This meant instead of players looking for a village, you would go to the nether and try and find a bastion as fast as possible. But why did no one switch to the newer updates? Well, in 1.16.2, 2 updates killed that version of the game. One was the change to the bastion where you find most of the piglins. They added these guys, the piglin brutes, and they do a lot of damage, which just made it unnecessarily harder. And 2, trading with the piglins, the chances of getting 2 to 4 ender pearls were half, meaning everyone just stayed on 1.16.1. Minecraft just did the funniest thing ever and nobody realized. See, when they released all of these chicken variants, they also released this stuff, the dry grass. And when they added this, they added the ability for sheep to eat it and regrow their wool. He won't demonstrate, so I will. Pretend I'm a sheep. I can go, bah, and eat the grass. Bah, eat the grass. To do this, they added a new block tag called #edible4sheep, meaning blocks like this have the tag in their F3 here. Now, what does this mean? This means I can make sheep eat all blocks and turn them into an army of termites. So I went into my Minecraft file, found this file, and extracted it. And after going through all of the files, I found this. So I started up my stream and went back to coding. When making my data pack, I realized soon that it wouldn't work with stone. Maybe it only works with blocks that don't have a hitbox. And I was unfortunately right, but we can still have fun with this, meaning I was able to make sheep eat anything that doesn't have a hitbox. Some of my personal favorite include redstone, signs, scaffolding. Oh my goodness, it works! They can eat scaffolding! Any crops and so much more. If you want to mess with people, I put this data pack on moderate. Here's the name of it. My biggest pet peeve about the Minecraft community is how everyone parades for the end update because the last person said it. But nobody really asked for the one update that we actually need. Let me set the scene. 7 years ago in 2018 was the last time that Minecraft added a new village type. This one, the snowy village. That took it up to 5 different types of village. Snowy, plains, desert, savanna, and my favorite, the taiga. 5 different types of village. Remember that number. Now, each village has its own different type of villager dressed up in different clothes. The most common one is the plains villager, which looks like this. Now, Mojang are wanting to rebalance the trades of the villagers. So let's say the plains villager, the rarest book that he can give me here is protection. And plains villagers are the only ones that can give me protection. Rarer books like mending can only be given to me from the swamp villager. See, I think this is quite a cool change, but there's one problem. Villagers inhabiting the village! There is no swamp village! So why are there swamp villagers? How am I going to get a mending book if these guys don't normally spawn? It gets worse. They also made the jungle villager. You know what doesn't exist? The jungle village! There are 7 types of villagers and 5 types of villagers. So please, instead of constantly asking for this end update, please beg for a jungle and swamp village instead. Did you know there are 9 secret crafting recipes in Minecraft? As you probably know, Minecraft has a crafting recipe book. It shows you how to craft different things, meaning when there's something that's confusing to craft, you'll be able to craft it still. But not everything can be crafted. Things like diamond horse armor, elytra, and suspicious stew can't be crafted. The only way you can obtain these are finding them in structure chests like this. Except that's not true. Did you know you can craft suspicious stew? See, I thought things like suspicious stew had to be found in chests like this, the shipwreck chests. But turns out you can actually craft suspicious stew. If you don't know what suspicious stew does, it's a food item. But when you eat it, it gives you a random effect. This one gave me nausea, which is easily the worst one. But when you craft them, you can actually control what effect it gives you. The crafting recipe is the exact same as a mushroom stew. But when you add flowers, it becomes suspicious stew. Each flower gives you a different effect. Here are the recipes. Allium, fire resistance. Azure bluet, blindness. Blue orchid or dandelion, saturation. Cornflower, jump boost. Lily of the valley, poison. Oxeye daisy, regeneration. Poppy or the torch flower, night vision. Any type of tulip, weakness. And finally, the wither rose gives you wither. Bet you couldn't guess that one. But did you guys know that you could craft these? Because I didn't. The player in this video looks pretty stuck on the nether roof. Most people would assume that there's no way to save this. And that's the end of their hardcore world. But this guy has the perfect items to escape. So I've 100% recreated this situation to show you how you can escape. Here's what you need to do. First, we're going to take all of this netherrack and we're going to build a platform with it. I'm currently in a warped forest, so we're going to head to a nether waste or crimson forest because that's going to work best. Cool, I found a nether waste. And with all of this netherrack, we're going to place a big platform. Now, we're going to sit here and wait. I'm actually going to mark where home is, just so I don't lose where my portal is. I just Googled it, and they can spawn on any block that isn't nether wart blocks or magma blocks. So we're going to make this platform a little bigger. Okay, here's what our platform looks like now. Like I said before, we now wait. On this platform, piglins are going to start spawning, and we're going to use any gold that we might have to try and get some obsidian, but the chances are that's not going to drop. So to get more gold, we're going to start killing the zombie piglins that start spawning. But the only issue is they only have a 2.5% chance of dropping gold ingots. Eventually, you're going to get some more gold. So then we're going to trade with these guys. And at some point, we're going to get that obsidian drop. Then we're going to go back to our portal and place down our last obsidian. And place down our last obsidian. Light the portal, and we're out of here. I've been seeing this mod everywhere, but is it real? Well, there's one way to find out. As soon as I load in, it says, behave yourself. So I'm not gonna do that, actually. Let's start with some wood, and I'm gonna start misbehaving by letting this tree float. Hello, thank you for the food. Thank you. Let's go find a village. Oh, there's a village up there, cool. And a lot more food. Right, where's this golem at? Free iron. You know what? I don't think the god would like me doing this. This seems pretty, you know, misbehaving. Who wants to give me some good trades? What do you got for me? Yeah, I don't care about leather armor. Ooh, a ruined portal. Perfect. A flint and steel to light the village on fire. No, 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 no. We're not going to be escaping now. Oh. Okay. Well, the mod works, but that's all it... Okay, it's getting a little louder. Okay, yeah, it's definitely getting louder. Okay, let me loot some chests whilst I still can. Okay, get some food. Cool. Maybe something in here. Out of the way! Okay, it's getting a little bit more stressful now. I can't lie. I'm gonna kill one more, just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. Yeah, you like that? Is that gonna stop him? Come back. Okay, it's getting really loud right now. I can't use my axe. Wait, I can't use any of my items. It's getting very loud. There's a few seconds left. Okay. Where? What is happening? What is happening? I can't move. I can't move my camera. The mod definitely works. Wow. This Minecraft server is genuinely the most insane Minecraft server I've ever seen. Now, I know what you're thinking. It doesn't look very unique. It's just a normal creative server. Well, that's where you're wrong. Yeah, in essence, it kind of is. I'm gonna build myself. You know what? This looks pretty good. But there's something different to this creative server than any other. If I come down and find some players, you'll notice we have some normal players. But we have some players that look like this. The default Roblox avatar. I'm sure you can figure out where this is going. Well, this server made it possible to cross-play Roblox and Minecraft at the same time. This is me. I have no idea how they've done this. On Roblox, you have to pay to be able to fly. But as you can see, my build is still up there. Let's hop down. Is that me? Oh my goodness. So if I place this block in front of me and switch back to Roblox, oh, why do I look like that? But this block is here. And if I break that and place some stone down, when I'm back on Minecraft, well, the stone's here too. Now, there are some really interesting things about this. If I was to surround myself in blocks on Minecraft, well, I'd be stuck in here. But if I put it up on Roblox, well, I can just merge through the block because the Roblox characters are actually a little smaller, so we can fit in these one block gaps. But this is going to be the craziest Minecraft server project I've ever seen. This player got themselves trapped in the end. Let's see if we can find a way for them to get out. Basically, what happened is they set their spawn underneath the end portal because they're an idiot, I guess. When they go back in the portal, well, this happens. So let's see if we can figure out how to fix this. The first idea would be to mine these down. We're then going to get 10 obsidian and craft a nether portal and leave through the nether. But, well, you can't light nether portal in the end. The next thought is if you have TNT, light this into the portal so it drops through and hopefully explodes your bed. Let's see if that works. Nope. By default, this portal goes to 0, 0. Because different players can have different spawns, any entity that goes through is just going to end up at 0, 0. The next thought is to throw an ender pearl through. Maybe this entity will take me to 0, 0. Nope. Maybe a trapdoor will work. It will make us in the swimming animation, so we should be smaller. Let's find out. Nope. Once again. What if we try the same with an ender pearl? Still the same. Maybe just try go through in a boat? Nothing is seeming to work. But I do know one definite way to fix this. Literally just switch to any new version of the game. This time when you go through the end portal, it's going to say you have no home bed or charged respawn anchor, or it was obstructed. In other words, GG, you escaped. And here you can see all of the previous things that we tried. Did you know that it's possible to one-shot the Ender Dragon? I'm not talking about flying super high and hitting it with a mace. I mean, that only did half health. But a way to truly kill it in one hit? Using one of these, an unenchanted bow and arrow. I know exactly what you're thinking. If you hit the Ender Dragon with a bow, it's not going to do much damage. So how would you be able to do this in one shot without using cheats or glitches as well? Well, the damage that the arrow does is based on how fast you're moving. So that just took me 2 shots to kill him. But if I was moving just a little faster like this, any moment now, it could one-shot him. Basically, the faster you move, the faster the arrow moves. And the faster the arrow moves, the more damage it does. But in survival mode, well, you're not really going to be able to do this, and it's probably not going to do enough damage to actually damage him a lot. And as you know, if you draw back a bow, it makes you move super slow. So that's never going to be enough. So how do we get fast enough? Well, if you've ever fought the Ender Dragon, you probably know if it hits you, it's going to send you flying. So some speedrunners figured out, with the right setup and shooting an arrow framed perfectly so you have the most velocity, you will be able to one-shot the Ender Dragon. I've been seeing this mod everywhere, and there's no way it can be that bad, right? Well, there's one way to find out. Wow, this is an awful spawn. Okay. I always like to start plays with 1 flint and 1 iron, so then we can get food a little bit more easy. Okay, that should be enough food now. So I guess it's time for the caves. And speaking of, this might work. Update, let's find another cave. This looks good. Let's go get some diamonds. Oh my goodness, why do all... I don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm doing it. Update, I'm starting to care. There's still not a cave. Oh, cave! Ooh, okay. Ooh, I should probably get some armor. Yeah, definitely should get some armor. This is going to be my little safe house. I do want to get some armor, though. The skeletons do way more damage than you ever think. Cool. Let's get some more iron. What is that? Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, whoa. I genuinely had shivers down my spine there. I did not like that. Oh, my heart is racing. It's fine. Ah! He's there! Ah! Can I leave? Am I safe? I'm so on edge. He seems to be gone for now. And full iron, baby. You know what? Let's go. Further down the caves we go. Oh, who's there? Is he gone? What are you doing? Why is he moving like that? He's gone. He honestly seems a little shy. Maybe he just really likes the caves and is like making sure that I'm not littering. Oh, okay. Scary monster. We're gonna give you scary music, dude. Diamonds! Nice. It's only 3 right now, though. Oh, this is what we've been looking for. No. Do I fight him? What's the plan? Does he just want a hug or something? Oh, this whole time it wasn't that bad. Hey. Wow, you're really creepy. Ah! Ah! No. No. Ah! He can crawl! No! Die! Never again. Nope, never again. Now, you guys are great, but sometimes you say some really dumb things in the comments. Not trying to be mean, but like, some of you are very wrong and very confident in it too. So, instead of replying to every dumb comment, I thought I'd correct them all in one video. So, here goes nothing. You cannot make a 2x2 portal. It doesn't work. The minimum portal size is 3x2. And the biggest you can do is 21x21. 2, the 3x3 portal is 12 blocks. Not 9, 3, 6, 9, 12 blocks. 3, sometimes you might not have enough obsidian to complete the portal. But if you have crying obsidian, it doesn't work. Also, there's no way to cheer it up and make it normal obsidian. That's just not a thing. 4, as of today, March 2nd, 2025, Minecraft has not been beaten in under a second. The fastest ever time right now was 20 seconds in a tool-assisted run. 5, mobs that spawn in the game are completely random. So if I was to make 2 worlds with the same seed, and we see what mobs are spawned in the cave, on the second world, you'll see that it's not the exact same mobs in the exact same position. And whatever loot they drop, that won't be the same on each seed either. 6, this is not a default Minecraft cape. This is my own Lunar Klein cloak. Okay, I feel better now. Let me know in the comments if you knew all these. You did, right? Please say you knew all that, right? One of the most common flowers in Minecraft, the poppy, has way more lore than you would ever think. Now, I think we all know it wasn't always called the poppy. It used to have this different texture and be called the rose. A lot of people don't know the reason for this, but it's because, well, roses, they grow on bushes. You know what doesn't grow on bushes? poppies. But let's go back to when it was called the Rose. This is what everyone knew it to look like. But when Pocket Edition came out, it looked like this. Rose was cyan. And obviously, everyone was confused. Why is the Rose cyan? It was instantly super popular for being a Pocket Edition exclusive, and people rallied for this to come to Java Edition. Turns out, the reason why the Rose was cyan on Pocket Edition was an issue with the Sony Xperia. You remember that phone? It was actually the launch phone for Pocket Edition. And for some reason, the Sony Xperia just struggled with something to do with this flower for no apparent reason. This color of red would break the game. Not the flower, the color, red. For some reason, they thought the best idea would just be to invert the colors, and then the cyan Rose was born. But we all know the poppy ended up replacing the Rose. But when they changed these textures on Java Edition, well, the bug was gone, so the cyan Rose was also lost forever. So this is my plea. Tag Minecraft, and maybe they'll add this flower back to the game. Who would you say is the best builder in Minecraft? Most people would probably say Grian. I mean, just look at some of his builds. Maybe you said me, right, guys? But no, I think I found the best builder ever. Meet Minsby. You've probably never heard of them because they only have 2,300 subs, and they've been building a Japanese countryside for over a year. Very generously, they sent me their world file to let me showcase it to you all. Let's boot it up. Oh, wow. Off the bat, this is incredible. Let me pull up the map. Oh my goodness. You can just see how huge this all is. It just looks so much like a simulation game. All of these different orange bits are different plans. But as you can see, a lot of it's been already done. They've not skipped any details either. We've even got different things like plant nurseries in here. Dude, it looks like real life. Oh my goodness, look, there's a whole town here. Everywhere you look is an amazing screenshot in itself, and it just keeps going. You see, whenever I build my survival world, I imagine at some point it's gonna look like this, and it never happens. But they've done it. It just makes me want to see more realism in Minecraft because this just looks incredible. I'm actually just in awe everything I see. Like, this is just all started from a super flat world. But it's not just the builds. They have a whole city infrastructure and everything that makes it so incredible. Like, I've never seen such realistic electricity poles. There's even different types of factories. Stuff like this has been built in a year. Realistic looking railways. But the thing is it doesn't just look good in screenshots. It feels functionally good. Like, it's not just a soulless, empty place. People live here. People are coming here every day to go to work. I just don't think I'll ever get over how real everything here is. There's not a detail spared at all. So if you want to subscribe to them on YouTube or follow them on Twitter, here are their socials because, oh my goodness, I've never seen a more deserving creator. Golden apples in Minecraft are cool and sometimes really useful, but they're quite expensive to make. But in real life, it would definitely be a lot more expensive. How expensive? Well, let's think about this. To get an apple in Minecraft, you want to take down a tree and hope the leaves drop an apple. You could farm an apple in real life, but let's be honest, most people don't. So let's say one apple is 65 cents. Now, the gold needed for one golden apple is 8 gold ingots. But how do we figure out how much gold that is in real life? Well, using 9 gold ingots, we can make 1 block of gold. And each block in Minecraft is 1 meter by 1 meter. In real life, 1 cubic meter of gold is gonna weigh 19,300 kilograms. Wow, this is gonna be a heavy apple. Now let's divide that by 9 to get the weight of a gold ingot, and times that by 8, which is all the gold that we need for a golden apple. That works out to 17,155.5 kg. That's about the same weight as 30 polar bears. Like I said, heavy apple. But the question we want to know is how much does that cost? Well, when I'm making this video right now, 1 kilogram of gold is worth $96,000. So times that by how much gold that we have, and that gets us $1,646,928,000. Oh, and the 65 cents for the apple. If you've ever explored the Nether, you've probably seen some of these guys before. A Nether fossil. I think they're super cool, and they suggest some bigger monster has lived here before. But my question is, have you ever found one of these in the overworld? Because I know I haven't. Well, you're probably thinking that's because they don't exist, Ollie. But they do. Granted, they're super rare, but I feel like it's insane that I've never seen one. Allegedly, they can only spawn in the desert, the swamp, and the mangrove swamp. You see, it's possible for them to be exposed, but they can also be not exposed and in some cave where you can't ever see it. Oh my god, wait, I found one. These diamonds actually come part of it. Let's excavate it. Like, this thing's huge. This one's one of 4 different skull shapes. But you can also find spines, which are way crazier. Let me try and figure out how to use the structure block. Okay, I figured it. Here's skull 1, skull 2, skull 3, and skull 4. But look at the spines. Spine 1, spine 2, spine 3, and the giant spine 4. What is this meant to be a fossil of? Before you say Ender Dragon, nope. Look, it's way bigger than the Ender Dragon. And these skulls are way bigger than its head too. It doesn't even match up with the giant either. Well, maybe one day we'll see this giant mob in the game. What is actually the worst mob in Minecraft? See, some mobs are bad, but at least they serve some purpose. Like a creeper can suck. but they drop gunpowder, which you can use for TNT, and rockets for getting away. Pandas are useless, but they're really cute, so they're definitely not bad. So for something to be the worst mob in the game, it has to be bad and useless. Here's a popular one to hate, the phantoms, which drop something super insignificant. The phantom membrane, which you use to repair elytras. Mending can do that too, but phantoms still have a use. What about the elder guardian that gives you mining fatigue every time you pass by an ocean monument? But they do protect these rooms of sponges and the gold inside. Now we're starting to get somewhere with silverfish. They're just annoying and really hard to hit, and all they drop you is a little bit of XP. But you gotta bear in mind, if you're struggling to find the end portal room, these guys can help you locate where it is because of the spawner outside the portal. So now we need to figure out what has virtually zero use, and it's just more of an annoyance. Well, there's only two mobs that come to mind. One of these is the bat. They're just annoying and fly around, but they do look kind of cute. But they're not as cute as the panda, and well, they drop absolutely nothing. My other contender are these guys. They have iron swords, and they drop basically nothing. The only thing you could argue is they're spawned from these guys, so technically, it's not actually its own mob. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. What do you think is worse, the bat or the Vex? Every time I see someone play with this mod, they go into a pre-made basement. I'm not gonna do that, so let's play. I am seeking. Okay, what am I looking for? I can't see anything, huh? Oh, the time is paused. Oh, now it's going down. Okay, there you are. Found him. Easy one for me. Okay, the Endermen are out now. Okay, that laugh's a little creepy. Okay, there he is. Found you. I hear so many footsteps. Please. Found him. Too easy for me. You are?
I'm looking for you.
Hello. Oh, you have eyes and a mouth. Ah! He attacks you. Okay. There's a skeleton after me too. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go in here. Oh, I don't have very good visibility. Okay. Oh, wait! The Iron Golem's attacking him. Oh, that's fun. Oh, you found... Oh! I thought I was safe. We recently got some new mob variants in the latest Minecraft update. But did you know how many Minecraft mob variants exist because of Minecraft Earth? I mean, even the glow squid was originally a Minecraft Earth mob. So maybe they'll add more of these mobs into vanilla. Here are my favorite Minecraft Earth mobs to hopefully come to vanilla Minecraft. First is the horned sheep. Everyone, including myself, was hoping that they added these when they added the other mob variants. I guess in vanilla Minecraft, we do now have the goats who do have their own horns. But I'd still definitely love to see these guys in the game. If we set the time to night, we can spawn the skeleton wolf. Look how cool he looks. Imagine like the horse, there was an ultra rare version of the dog. Unfortunately, in Minecraft Earth, these guys aren't tameable. And well, if I switch my game mode to survival, he's gonna go after me. But hey, he still looks cool. Speaking of hostile mobs, check out this, the Viola Witch. This has gotta be one of the coolest designs Minecraft has ever done for a mob. Even if it wasn't for default Minecraft. Now, these guys are very dangerous. When it splashes you, it splashes with lingering potions of poison, or alternatively, lingering harm potions. But hey, this cool design makes it definitely worth it for me. Now, let's be honest, the real one that everyone wants is the Moo Bloom. Your unfortunate loser in the mob vote. But if the Moo Bloom's always been a mob that you've loved, wait till you see this similar mob, the Moo Lip. It's exactly the same as the Moo Bloom, but it is pink and has pink flowers on its back. But also just flying around in general, there were so many different types of like pig variants, chicken variants. I love this one. That would just work so well in Minecraft right now. So hopefully they can add them at some point. But hey, if they do ever add any of these mobs, I'll let you know. Did you realize how hard it is to actually get creaking hearts in Minecraft? Because I didn't. So I figured out the best way to find them without it being night. Now, I already knew that there's only a 20% chance of finding a creaking heart on a pale oak tree, which, you know, some forests can be quite big. 20% is 1 in 5. That's pretty good. Which is why when the realm got updated, I was surprised to only find three creaking hearts in a whole forest. So here is what I figured out. Yes, the creaking heart has a 20% chance of spawning on eligible trees. Not every tree in here fits that criteria. Turns out the reason why you just don't casually see creaking hearts is because a creaking heart has to be completely covered by logs. Now, a pale oak tree is a 2x2, so there's no way for it to be properly covered by logs. However, you do have these little bits that stick out here. So if you want to find creaking hearts, there's a specific kind of tree you need to look out for. Let's see, this one? Well, there's no blocks that are completely covered by all faces. Something we need to look for is something like this. this. This block in the middle is covered on both sides. Here we go. Here's a good example tree. These blocks are exposed, but these ones in here are completely covered. So there's a 20% chance that there could be a creaking heart in this tree, and there we have one there. So if you want to find creaking hearts a lot more easy, make sure to look for logs in formations like this. Woodland mansions are one of the coolest structures in Minecraft, and every new woodland mansion you find, it's going to be unique. What makes woodland mansions so cool is they generate random rooms. Let's see which is the coolest room in the woodland mansion. I have never seen this one in my life. Didn't know there was a spider spawner room. This is one of the rarest ones. If you ever find it, break the obsidian, and in the middle there's a diamond block. This room can be really useful because it has a free anvil. Nobody tell the pillagers that these aren't going to grow. Okay, yeah, this one always confuses me. This is meant to be like a dead Steve, right? Now, this room is really unique. These are impossible to spawn. This is a dark oak single tree. Like, no matter how hard you try, you're not going to be able to get that in normal Minecraft. Doing this is making me realize there's some rooms I've never seen. Like, this one is like almost a maze. You go up here, and then you go down here, and then you go up here, and then you go down here, and oh, what's at the end? A chest. Anyone else never seen this room? Now, this room is one of the rarest ones. You might be thinking it looks a little bit familiar. Yeah, it's meant to look like an end portal with 2 TNT surrounding the chest. But if you look at the chest, it has a little bit of a red outline. That means it's a trap chest. Also, all of this cobblestone is infested cobblestone. If you ever see this chest room, by the way, don't be fooled. All of these chests are empty. Not a single one has an item in. This room is really cool, but you might not realize how cool it is. What is all this carpet in the middle meant to be? Well, this is meant to be a map room. If you ever want to take over a woodland mansion, you should definitely fill in all the maps. This one might look a little familiar to you. Chicken jockey. Well, that was easier than I expected. And the final room, which I think is the rarest room. Some speedrunners use obsidian and the lava to make a quick portal. But something else cool about it, in the middle, there is a diamond block. Which one would you say is your favorite room out of all of these? Sometimes, even I learn some things from my comments about Minecraft, and the other day was no exception. You might know that you can smelt the resin clumps to get these resin bricks, but you can craft these resin clumps into a block of resin and then put pale oak log on top and on bottom, and you can actually make the creaking heart. That was a craft that I had no idea existed. So, this video is going to be dedicated to crafts you probably didn't know existed. If you get some cobblestone and you craft it like this, you can make diorite. You can also put that diorite next to some nether quartz, and it's going to give granite. No idea how that makes sense. You can then also take cobblestone and put it next to that diorite and make andesite. So you can actually craft all 3 of these. If you put some chorus fruit into a furnace and start cooking it, it's actually going to start working, which some people might not have known. Some people might have known, though, that it's going to give you popped chorus fruit. If you then put that in the crafting grid and craft it with a blaze rod, you're going to be able to actually craft these end rods. If you take some netherrack and put that in a furnace, you're then going to get nether brick. Now, obviously, this nether brick is going to allow you to craft nether bricks, but you can also use these nether bricks like this with some nether wart, and you can get this red nether brick, which as far as I'm aware, doesn't spawn anywhere. And finally, crafting with prismarine shards and prismarine crystals. You can make prismarine shards into prismarine. You can make prismarine shards into prismarine bricks. You can even surround prismarine bricks like that and put black dye in the middle to get the dark prismarine. But we can go further than these 3. If you craft with prismarine crystals like this and prismarine shard in the corners, you're actually also going to be able to craft the sea lantern. I think those are all the less common crafts that I can think of. Were there any others that I didn't even know existed? What would you say is the biggest vein you can find of diamond in Minecraft? For a while, I was under the impression that 8 was the maximum, but I did some digging in the Minecraft wiki, and turns out it's actually 12. But that doesn't mean it has to stop there. You see, the way the diamond generation works is each chunk it attempts to spawn an ore vein. No idea what attempt means, but anyway. So that means for an 8 vein, it's going to attempt 4 times to spawn it in a chunk. The reason why a 12 vein is so rare is that it's going to attempt to spawn this 1/9 of the time. Yeah, still no idea what that means. But I know that's a lot rarer. But it has a chance of spawning anywhere in this chunk. So if it happened to spawn here, you could have a 12 vein here and have another 12 vein here, which would technically mean you have a 24 vein. And would you look at that? We got 2 more chunks here. So another really rare chance, which means it's technically possible to find a vein this big. The biggest vein of diamonds is 48 diamonds in 1 vein. But hold on, let's go further. What if we had a pickaxe with fortune 3? Mining this ore with fortune 3 can give you 1 to 4 diamonds. So if we manage to high roll again and get 4 for every single one of these, means you can get 192 diamonds from 1 vein. In case you're wondering how many stacks, that's 3 stacks of diamonds. I have 0 idea what the probability of this actually is. So if you know how to figure that out, comment that below. Enchantments are great, but something you probably didn't know about them is that most enchantments actually have big downsides. So before the next time you go enchanting, remember all of these first. First, obviously, we have both of the curse books, Curse of Binding and Curse of Vanishing. If you put Curse of Binding armor on, it's going to be on you till you die. And if you have Curse of Vanishing, if you do die, that item's going to disappear. Now, before we do do the true downsides, we have to speak about the mutually exclusive ones. If you have one of these, you can't have the other. For the sword, Bane of Arthropods, Smite, and Sharpness are all mutually exclusive. These armor enchantments, projectile protection, fire protection, blast protection, and normal protection are all exclusive. For the trident, channeling, and Riptide are both exclusive, as well as obviously loyal and Riptide. That makes sense. For boots, both Depth Strider and Frostwalker are. This one also makes sense. The most upsetting one, the bow can't have infinity and mending at the same time. And similar for the crossbow, unfortunately, you can't have multi-shot and piercing. Now, it's time for the enchantments that just have downsides, which you probably didn't know. For armor, Thorns is great, but you might not have known every time a mob takes Thorn damage from you, it's going to affect the durability of your armor. Fire aspect on a sword is super cool. Using it on mobs like pigs will instantly cook the food for you. But when it comes to using it on an Enderman, I mean, they're going to start teleporting away because they're on fire. You're never going to be able to kill them. It's so annoying. A similar enchant to that is knockback. When you just want mobs to stay away from you, yeah, sure, that's nice. But the second you need to start farming their drops, oh my goodness, it can get really annoying. For boots, Depth Strider seems like a perfect enchantment, right? But something you might not know is when using a trident, Depth Strider slows you down massively. Look at the difference when I take off these boots. See, you can like actually glide underwater. As soon as you put them back on, you kind of just jolt forward a little bit. And Silk Touch is good when you need it for a pickaxe. Yeah, I guess you can't use it with Fortune, but another downside of this, you might notice I'm getting no XP from all this. So when having mending on this, the only real way you can get XP to go towards this is by having it in your offhand. Now don't get me wrong, with most of these enchants, it's still definitely worth it. But hey, for the future, it's worth noting down. When celebrities say that they play Minecraft, most of the time, they don't really seem like they actually play the game. Much more like their kids played it with them one time and they know the pop culture references. So then in an interview, when they're asked what their favorite item is, they'll say something like, Diamond Sword, it's the best item in the game. But not this celebrity though. Nope, this celebrity plays Minecraft. Who, you ask? Erling Haaland. For you guys that don't know, he's like the top 5 footballers in the world right now, and he's earning a cool $700,000. $700,000 a week. So I think it's safe to say he's the one that's paying for the server. You see, in an interview a few years ago, he was asked what his favorite video game of all time was. And he said,
I cannot say it's too embarrassing.
So that was already a good chance it was Minecraft. But then a few days go by, and then he posts this on his story. It looks like him and all of his friends are in full diamond, ready to go fight the Ender Dragon. Look at his hotbar. Golden carrots is his food. Let's be honest, nobody actually crafts these. For example, this is my hardcore world, and I don't craft golden carrots either. What I do is I trade them with villagers. Now, these guys are free roam, but most actually aren't. It's safe to say that Haaland definitely has a villager trading hall. But a few days ago, he posted this on his story. Looks like he's the victim of the 2-week Minecraft phase. Welcome back. Now, how's his new world looking? He already has full diamond and an elytra, so he's already beaten the Ender Dragon. Strangely enough, a lot of people are making fun of him from this screenshot, mainly because of that pickaxe durability. So, you'll never guess what he did. Now talk. Now he has netherite everything, a totem, and for the first time, you can see one of his builds. A cool farm barn with mobs outside of it. Haaland, you get the Hikey Hate Me Celebrity Minecraft stamp of approval. This is a block of TNT, and this is how much damage it's going to do. And this is a 5x5 block of TNT. At this point, you're not thinking, how much damage is this going to do? You're thinking, how much damage is this going to do to my PC? Well, here's how much this one will do. Wow. Okay, that was loud. My PC didn't feel it at all. But let's be honest, we're all really scared of lighting large amounts of TNT. But do we need to be anymore? That's the question I'm gonna figure out. So, let's go a little bit crazy. I'm on the recent version of Minecraft, no optimization mods. Let's create a super flat world, and let's make each block TNT. Now, can I just get a flint and steel and light this? Yes. Do I have a more fun idea because I saw someone on TikTok do this? Yes. 1, 2, 3, let's do. Hello. Oh, there we go. Here's our first one. Oh, wait. I actually kind of succeeded. Let me just... Yep, you know, that will probably do. Go. Okay. Okay. Who next? Who next? I can't even see who. Oh! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, here we start. Okay. Wow. Yep. So, update. I think PCs still can't handle it. Can I fly up? I'm trying to fly up. Oh my goodness, look at the size of this crater. Let's try again. This time, I'm gonna light it manually. Okay, 600 FPS. And, okay, wow. I'm a little scared. I can't lie. Good luck, PC. Okay, wow, yeah, okay. So I thought it was doing well for a second there, and we've officially hit 0 FPS. So I think it's safe to say that you still can't handle exploding this much TNT. How far is your render distance IRL? Stupid question, I know, but we can technically figure this out. Well, someone with good sight and no obstructions, in real life, they can see about as far as the horizon. But the only thing is, if you do something like going in a plane, you're gonna be able to see further at once in real life. So, for ease, let's say being in a plane is equivalent to turning your render distance up. And standing on the ground, well, that's the Minecraft equivalent to your default render distance. What is your default render distance in real life? For Minecraft, your default render distance is 16 chunks, and you can go all the way up to 32 in Java Edition. While standing on the ground, the horizon is about 3 miles away, which works out to 4.8 kilometers. Obviously, 1 kilometer is just 1,000 meters, so you can see 4,800 meters away. In Minecraft, 1 block is 1 meter by 1 meter. That helps us a lot. One chunk in Minecraft is 16 by 16 blocks. So all we have to do is 4,800 divided by 16, which gets us 300. In real life, we have a default render distance of 300 chunks. Java doesn't even go that high. It turns out I was actually wrong for what the biggest possible vein of diamonds in Minecraft is. Now, we all know diamond ore is quite rare, but it doesn't always spawn in the biggest veins ever. The other week, I figured that it can spawn into veins of 12, but if you get super lucky and they all intersect, you can do up to 48. But at this point, I should have realized, if this can happen with diamond ore, it could also technically happen with these, the fossil. These things are super rare and they can only spawn in certain biomes. This is the biggest size and it's made up of 121 blocks in total. It can spawn all bone, but it can also spawn with coal and diamond. The way this works is it replaces certain blocks with ores instead of bone block. But if there's a chance of it replacing with diamonds, there's a chance that in total it could replace every single block. If this was all diamond instead, that would be an 121 diamond vein. But obviously we can go bigger. If you get lucky and have them intersect perfectly, this is how big of a fossil you can get. So if you do get this lucky and have 4 spawn all like this, you've got yourself 484 blocks. And if you got even more lucky and all of these 4 replaced with diamond instead, that's right, you've got a maximum possible diamond vein of 484 blocks. That's this many diamonds with no fortune. If you had fortune 3 and you got the maximum possible, this is how many diamonds you would get from one vein. But the odds of actually having this happen, I mean, they're probably higher than the amount of seeds in Minecraft. Unfortunately, I've got some bad news about the biggest diamond ore vein. Yesterday, we came to the conclusion that this was the biggest possible diamond ore vein. And we realized, yes, this is incredibly, incredibly rare. But not only is it incredibly rare, turns out it's just not possible. Yes, this is how the bone structure generates. But something I didn't realize, this is just what the structure looks like. If it was actually to generate in a world, it would generate with a 0.9 structure integrity. Basically, what that number means is 10% of these blocks aren't going to generate. After it's generated like this, the ores then generate. Only 10% of these blocks are going to be replaced with diamond ore, which only works out to 10 ore per fossil. And this can split up the ore vein too. Say this block and this block we're replacing. These are no longer connecting, and I wouldn't count this as the same vein. But we can still make this work, and we can still make an even bigger ore vein. So let's carve out our perfect fossil. Up here, I have 4 fossils all connected along chunk borders, which is technically possible. We need to remove 13 bone block from each fossil. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And let's do that to each one of these. So now let's choose the best place to put the diamonds. Right here is the point where each 4 chunk borders intersect. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's all we need to connect it. Let's just go 7, 8, 9, 10. And that gives us an ore vein of 40 diamonds. But thanks to your comments, I realized something that I completely forgot about. You see, fossil generation is a complete different type of generation to ore veins. So what if each of these 4 chunks all had 12 vein diamond ore? Well, let's connect them to this. And as disappointing as it is that it doesn't look like this is the biggest possible diamond ore vein in Minecraft, giving us a grand total of an 88 block diamond vein. Meaning if you didn't have fortune, you would get this many diamonds. Or with fortune 3 and the maximum possible drop rate, you would get this many diamonds from one ore vein. Yeah, I guess sorry to disappoint. I really wanted this to be technically possible too. This structure used to be so cool. You see, in Minecraft nowadays, this structure is just, that's because everyone now knows if you dig straight down on this block, you're going to hit that pressure plate and activate all of the TNT. So what are you going to do instead? Well, you're going to drop down here and break the pressure plate. But let's be honest, that's boring. So I came up with some ideas of how they can make this structure actually cool again. Firstly, it's to do with this pressure plate in the middle. What if we remove that and every time the pressure plate is randomized, meaning no longer can you just dig down on a corner. You're going to have to break a block and figure out where the pressure plate is. Once you've broken that pressure plate, well, you can just come in here and loot everything. But what if this chest was actually a trap chest? I'm thinking each one of these chests has a chance of spawning as a trap chest. So before opening each one, you have to be extra careful and check if it's a trap chest first. Looking down here and seeing no pressure plates, it looks quite nice. So here's my most evil idea. We remove all of these blocks on the corners. Instead of the pressure plates, what if randomly each row had tripwires? Say if you're up here, you can't tell where it is. So instead, you're going to have to safely go down to try and find where it is. This one's not wired up correctly, but if it was, even if you see the tripwire hook and break it, well, that would normally set off an explosion. So you can't even break it if you see it. You just have to be extra careful looting these chests, which is really how it should be. That's literally all they would have to change to the structure to make it interesting interesting again. Would you guys want this in the game, or am I just evil? You know what this new music disc has made me realize? Maybe it's time for Minecraft to revamp music discs. This new music disc Tears is obtainable in one way only. If a guard shoots a fireball at you and you deflect it, killing it, it's now always going to drop this new music disc. And I think this is great, and I think we need more of it. Now, there are some music discs that can only be obtained from certain places, such as bastions, ominous vaults, decorative pots, ancient cities, and suspicious gravel and sand. Then what do all of these discs have in common? These discs are only obtainable by a skeleton killing a creeper. That's a fun little Easter egg, but I think we need more ways to get them too. Like, hear me out. Let's take 11 as an example. I think it's very obviously someone trying to escape from a cave. So what if they were like found in like spawner chests or mine shafts, as if the person recording it like never made it out alive? That would be so cool. But we can get creative with this. The music disc Far, what if it was only generated in chest 10,000 blocks away? That'd be kind of funny. Or what about this music disc Blocks? If you listen to it, it uses a snare drum throughout the whole song. You can get a snare sound effect if you place it on top of sand. So maybe this music disc could be found in buried treasure. That would make sense. There is one thing that the Minecraft community complains about that I'm convinced is rage bait. Granted, I am a big Mojang defender, but there is some stuff that I get, such as people wanting an end update. I think that's a fair request, but it is a big request. But there's one thing that people complain about all the time that I think has to be rage bait. There's no way you're that mad over it. What is it that I'm on about? The fletching table. I get what everyone's point is. It's the only villager workstation that doesn't have a use apart from, you know, making the villager become a fletcher. So people want it to do something. And that's fair. But there's no way that you're that angry at the fletching table not having a use yet. What would the fletching table's use be? I mean, you would right-click it, and you'd be able to, like, craft arrows more efficiently, including tipped arrows. That's what you're mad about? Let's be so for real. No one even crafts arrows. For a start, if you're that desperate to use this, I mean, the villager will trade you said arrows. The way to craft arrows is just annoying. And what's the point of crafting them if you can just kill a skeleton for them? Chances are you don't need that many arrows anyway, because anyone that uses a bow uses infinity. The only reason people complain about this is because one time they saw a tweet or a video complaining about it, and they want to complain about Minecraft too. But I promise you, you don't need the fletching table that bad. There's no point getting angry over it. This is your inventory in Minecraft, and this bar is your hotbar. And as these are the items that you can quickly use, they should always be your most important things, but there's a lot of debate at what the right order is. My one is the perfect hotbar. Here is exactly what my hotbar looks like. So why is this perfect? Well, let's start with my offhand, the trident. This one's unenchanted, but imagine it's a riptide one. If you're relatively late game, a riptide trident is super useful. Combine it with an elytron, it just makes your life so much more easy. Now onto the first slot. Your first slot should always be a weapon. Having your sword in your first slot means that if there's a mob that you need to kill, you can quickly press 1 to swap and kill it. Next is my second slot, which I have a stack of dirt, but this can be a stack of any block. This one's for a similar reason that you can just press 2 to switch to it. Say if I need to do something like climb up a mountain, it just makes it easy access. Next slot is the third slot. I think food should always be easy access. I think that one makes sense. Fourth slot is your pickaxe. A pickaxe is probably going to be your second most frequent tool in Minecraft. And 4 is still very reachable, so it makes sense to put that one there. Now, personally for me, this fifth slot is when it starts becoming a little bit of a stretch to reach it. So normally I'd keep my elytra in here. If I'm about to fall off a mountain and I need to quickly switch to it, I can do that, but it's okay if it takes you a little bit longer to get to it. The next slots, 6 and 7, I mean, you can't just like reach over to it, you know? It's too far. So these slots I kind of just have as whatever I want at the time. Now these final 2 slots, the fireworks are kind of interchangeable, but my water bucket is always going to be in this last slot. Simple reason is I just use my side mouse buttons. Because my thumb is going to sit over them like this button here sits about there on my thumb. So this one's going to always be my last slot, and this one's always going to be my 8th slot. As I don't have to reach at all to press these buttons, these are my fastest reflex ones. So if I need to switch to a water bucket, it's that easy. So that is why my inventory organizing is the most efficient possible. But I'm wondering, how do you guys organize your inventory? I think I've just found the most insane Minecraft server ever, and I'm not being paid to say this. We all know most Minecraft players touch grass more in Minecraft than they do in real life, let alone play sport. Hey, sorry, I'm just being honest. But who said you can't play sport in Minecraft? Someone has made literal hockey in Minecraft. There's also apparently lacrosse too. Let me join. They have like actual custom rinks and everything. This is crazy. This thing has fully like custom mechanics. There's different power levels. Now it goes deeper than just playing hockey in Minecraft. There is a pro league. Like they stream the games live and they have commentators and everything. The crazy thing is there's junior hockey leagues too. Like where you need to make your ways up the ranks and get drafted. Yeah, they do that too. So it looks like these guys are the goats at blocky hockey. Let's play a casual game against... Oh dear, they were on the leaderboard. Oh no, they're gonna hate me. Oh no, okay, yeah, they're a lot better than me. Wait, this is actually kind of fun. Hold on. Oh, no, you're not getting me. Don't worry, I'm gonna get a power shot on this guy. Okay, he got away from me. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think I'm going pro. You've got to have like good aim for this. What did he... How did he just do that? Yeah. GG, I guess. Hey, maybe one day we'll have Minecrafters doing actual real sports. Maybe in like 2 weeks. Keep your eyes peeled. This is the new cloud texture in Minecraft. In-game, you probably won't notice them looking that much different. That's unless you find the Easter egg in the sky. Hidden in one place in this texture is a creeper face. The only issue about this is the cloud location is client-side. So if you're playing on a server and you say to your friend, hey, I think I see a creeper in the cloud there, you're gonna look as crazy as you would if you said that in real life, because they won't see the same clouds as you. However, on single player, it's always going to be the same location. If you boot up a new world and teleport yourself to X -1580 and Z 5270, if you look up, there it is. The creeper face is always going to be in the sky. But if you take your time heading there in single player, I mean, the clouds move, don't they? But they always move the same direction. And the texture isn't infinite, so it will eventually come back around. That means if you head to Z 5270, it could be anywhere down this line. So as long as you wait there long enough, eventually you're going to see a creeper cloud in the sky. If you're on a multiplayer server and you want to naturally stumble across this, the chances of that happening are probably so rare. Look how huge that cloud is up there. And look how tiny it is on this texture. So if you do ever just stumble across this, well done, that's super rare. If you have ever played Minecraft, chances are you've probably been mining and had this happen to you. Cave sounds. They scare the living daylight out of you. But did you know it's possible to know when it's gonna play so it doesn't scare you? Well, it's all to do with how Minecraft decides when a cave sound's gonna play. If you open up your F3 menu, you'll notice that you have something called a mood percentage. I prefer to call this the sanity bar. The longer you spend in darkness or a cave, or both, this mood percentage is slowly going to go up. Most of the time, you're not gonna know a cave is this dark, because most players nowadays play with full bright enabled. But regardless of this is still gonna go up. But when you're at a cave or you have some light, this percentage will slowly start going down. However, if and when that percentage hits 100, it's going to trigger one of 13 different cave sounds. So if you don't want the cave sounds to play, make sure to keep placing torches. If you don't want to do that, keep an eye on the mood percentage. If it gets near 100%, you know it's going to jump scare you soon. Well, I guess that's not your only option. There is one other thing you can do to completely prevent them playing. Just go to audio settings and turn off ambience. Then it's just not going to play at all. One of the best parts of Minecraft is when the background music starts playing, but it only plays about like 10 or 20% of the time. So there's probably some songs in the soundtrack that you've never heard before. And then there's some that you have definitely never heard before. I can promise you that. That's because a lot of the music in the game is dependent on what conditions you're in. Say right now, I'm in creative mode. And creative mode is the only time that you can hear this song, Araya Math, which is one of Minecraft's most popular songs. But there are some super rare conditions that I don't think anyone has heard naturally in the game without trying to hear it. These 3 songs in particular, they were the last ever C418 songs that you probably didn't know existed, named Axolotl, Dragonfish, and Shaniji. A lot of people understandably assumed that these were unused. They weren't unused, you just never heard them. Why? They can only play if you're submerged in water. Not only just submerged in water, it has to be either an ocean or a river. Otherwise, this song will never play. That's quite literally your only chance at hearing this song in-game. The shortest one is 4 minutes and 4 seconds. You'll drown by then. Normally, when the official Minecraft account posts challenges, they're quite easy because the average player doesn't have that much Minecraft knowledge. Not this one, though. This one was actually quite hard. They posted this video on YouTube Reels, and you basically got to find what 10 things are wrong with it. So I'm here in the Mineshaft to help you figure out what are the things wrong with this video.
Find the town errors.
First, you have this oxidized cut copper blocks. They can't naturally spawn like this in Minecraft. 2, I think it's safe to say that this pig is an error. Obviously, a pig won't naturally spawn down here, but there is chance that one could wander down here. But like, they'd have to go very far. That probably counts as one of the errors. 3, this pickaxe broke. If you look, it was pretty much full durability down here. These fence blocks are always going to spawn as fence blocks. It's never going to be iron bars. Number 5, and this is where it starts getting a little bit more advanced knowledge. All of these items in here can spawn in here, except for the ender pearls. Now, there's 2 easily missed ones in here. One is this powered rail where the cart was under. Powered rails will never be under carts. It's only going to be normal rails. The other one's really cheeky. It's this soul torch right here. There was no soul torch in their inventory, and there was no soul torch in this chest. Oh, also another one that I missed in between them. When the player's jumping to break the minecart, there's also a lantern up here. Mineshafts can only have torches as a light source, not lanterns. I mean, I think that one's a pretty obvious one. A dirt block sounds like that. Not like that. And our final one, I mean, Steve definitely didn't drown there. That takes us to 10 mistakes. Be honest with me, are there any that you wouldn't have caught? This video might be my most controversial video yet. Here are some things in Minecraft that aren't technically cheating, but to me, definitely feel like cheating. Now, I'm not talking about things like keep inventory. To be able to do that, you quite literally have to have cheats enabled. That's cheating. Let's start with the most obvious. Changing your difficulty. That's definitely cheating. Maybe it's nighttime and you don't want to fight mobs. Or maybe you just got to the end and you don't want to accidentally look at an enderman. So you just change the game mode to peaceful and suddenly it's not your issue. That, I think, is pretty obviously cheating, but doesn't require cheats enabled. This next one might be a bit more controversial, though. If I was to type /seed and copy my seeds, using that seed with chunk base to find, any of these things. Like, say you don't want to have to find the stronghold manually. So, well, you just put your seed in there. And here you go. That's where all the strongholds are. I still consider it cheating if you use it to find, like, a specific biome. Like, over here, there's a mushroom island. But I didn't have to explore at all to find this rare biome. That kind of defeats the point of it being rare, right? This next one, though, and probably my most controversial opinion, it's to do with a mod that a lot of people tend to use. Even Luna Client has this mod. I'm sorry, Luna, please don't take my cape. The mod that feels like cheating is waypoint mods. I know, you probably use them too. And I didn't consider them cheating until I realized something. That's literally the whole point of a lodestone. And these things are so much cheaper now. So if you don't now use them instead of waypoints, yep, that's cheating to me. What would you consider cheating in Minecraft that isn't actually cheating? Let me know in the comments. What happens if you make a bunch of Minecraft YouTubers play football?
We're not playing here, though. We're going elsewhere.
Yeah, this is a little bit more our level. But my friend Lewis put on this football game with a bunch of different Minecraft YouTubers. We went full out, though. We had custom kits, we did photo shoots prior, and we even went to the training ground of one of the best Dutch teams.
Here's our team kit.
You ready to lose, guys?
No, I'm not ready for anything. I'm so scared.
What I will say is after seeing the warm-ups, you might be winning.
So with our newfound confidence, it was time for a little team chat, and I was feeling really confident. I really wanted to score a goal.
We're going to destroy them.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Destroy them! What are we going to do? Destroy them!
So we did our walkout and we got ready to play, except I didn't because I got put on the bench. But it doesn't matter because I got substituted on not too long later anyway, and just saying, that's when the goal started happening. First was a kind of cheeky goal from Rennie Drag, who kind of nicked the ball from the goalkeeper. Then Max GG scored another goal for our team and we started getting really confident. Check what I did to Darapchu just after that. I back-heeled and kicked it through his legs. I'm so sorry, Darap. But we got too overconfident because then Fulham scored a really good goal for their team, their first goal. And with about 10 minutes left of the game, look at the bounce of this ball that SB got on a goal. But I guess he made up for it with a good celebration. And then my time came. I scored a goal to make us 3-2 up with only 3 minutes left of the game. I was for sure that this was the last goal of the game. And then SB happened, scoring another goal with a few minutes left. And guess what? Yeah, another one straight away, and we lost the game with 30 seconds left. How did we fumble that bad? Oh my goodness. Can we stop saying don't dig straight down? Because I feel like anytime I do dig straight down, nothing goes wrong anyway. See, look, I just dug all the way to bedrock and nothing went wrong. In a worst case scenario, most of the time you can just solve it with a water bucket. Or maybe you have something like this happen. Oh no! Just MLG. It's really not that hard. Okay, maybe don't dig straight down still, but there are way more dangerous things. Like, say, digging straight up is arguably more dangerous. You can get caught in gravel, and if you can't break it fast enough or there's too much, you're just gonna die. Or if you somehow manage to dig straight up into lava, yeah, this is gonna be a little bit more dangerous as you can't just water bucket. You're gonna struggle a lot more. You know what is way more dangerous than digging straight up or digging straight down? Digging in the nether. If I go into spectator here, look how many random pockets of lava there are down here. Not to mention the chance of just mining into a lava lake. And if you're mining for ancient debris with an efficiency pickaxe like this, yeah, it can go very bad. 1 second you're fine, the next you try to swim in lava. And you're in the nether, so this isn't gonna save you. So in that situation, yeah, you're cooked, literally. I guess what I mean to say is don't dig straight down, but don't do a lot of other things too. Wow, what a good quote that is. That's so memorable. Everyone always asks if you'd have one item from Minecraft in real life, what would that item be? And I finally have my answer. Everyone always says the elytra, or the ender chest, or maybe ender pearls. And all of those are great answers, but I've changed my mind of what I want in real life. I want a compass. Yes, I know these exist in real life, but I want a Minecraft one that looks like a Minecraft one too. Why? Look at this video. Intelligent Core 751 on Reddit somehow made a working Minecraft compass. Now, having this as just a normal compass would be cool enough. Imagine showing to your friends one of these in real life. That's such a flex. But imagine if you could set the coordinates and use it like a lodestone compass. So no matter where you are in the world, it's always going to point back to wherever you set it, like your house. or your work, or school, or wherever in the world that you want. There's genuinely never been something that I've wanted so bad, but I can't have it because they definitely built it themselves. Wow, maybe I actually need to go back to school so I can learn to make one of these. Or maybe I finally have an excuse to buy a 3D printer and try until I get it right. But then I also need lots of other things. Oh my goodness, I'm never having it, am I? Minecraft on the Switch. Is it any better on the Switch too? Well, let's test it and find out. I guess we just make a new survival world. Now, I was expecting the Switch 2 to load it a lot faster than the Switch 1, but I wasn't expecting as drastic as it was. Loading a world on the Switch 2 was over half of the time of the Switch 1. 12 seconds versus 26 seconds. Wow, it takes a long time to load it. It'll get there eventually, don't worry. Instantly does feel a lot faster loading. On the Switch 1, it looks like I can't go over 12 chunks. Looks like on the Switch 2, you're also limited to 12 chunks render distance. Wow, there's not a tree anywhere here. Oh, everything does feel a whole lot smoother. There's no, like, noticeable frame drop. I'm actually surprised at how good this looks. Granted, the rendering's not the best. You see that? Something I'm not sure of. If I go to the home page, you can see I can use a mouse with one of my Joy-Cons. Currently, it doesn't look like Minecraft has access to the mouse controls. Hopefully in the future, that will change with an update. I didn't expect the Switch 1 to have this issue, though. Oh, that felt strange. Are we going to have that weird ghosting issue? No, that looks like that's completely sorted. What if I try breaking a lot of these? Okay, yeah, so definitely some visible lag there. But this console's quite old now, so I'd kind of expect that on the newest version of the game. What about punching lots of leaves? Nope, not a single drop in frames at all. What? Sorry? Is this natural generation? You know what? I think I'm just gonna drop down here, maybe. Oh my goodness. This is genuinely the most insane thing I've ever seen in Minecraft. It's kind of laggy, but this is very playable, especially for a handheld console. Naturally, I'm gonna get curious, though. 4x4. Okay, wow. Yeah, there is a noticeable performance drop there. You know what? The Switch 2, we're going to do 5x5 instead of 4x4. Yeah, it just works. Granted, the blocks didn't actually disappear for a little bit after, but that was very receptive. Final thoughts. The performance of the Switch 2 is so much better than the performance of the Switch 1, and it makes the Minecraft experience a lot better. However, there's no native update for the Switch 2, so that means it misses out on some features like a higher render distance, or the Switch 2 mouse controls, which would be brilliant on Minecraft. So hey, Minecraft, if you see this video, please add a native update. It would make the Switch version of the game so much better. Also, let me know if you want a handheld comparison too, because that's a whole different thing. Now that the saddle is craftable, and leads have been made a bunch more easy to craft, what should be next? The most obvious one is definitely name tags. I can't think of any reason for these not being craftable. They should be crafted something like this. This could make sense too. Even if they're relatively hard to craft, they could at least be craftable. This next one, I'm probably a little bit too passionate about. Notice how there's no powered rails here? That's because they're too expensive. Just ignore that I'm in creative mode, but using all of this gold is just so expensive. The only reason gold is used anyway is because it's conductive. But now we have copper in the game. It's way more conductive than gold, and this recipe would be so much more affordable. It also gives us another use for copper, which we desperately need. This next one, the bell. I mean, I can think of no argument for why the bell shouldn't be craftable. If I was to make a crafting recipe for the bell, it would probably look like this, or maybe like this. Honestly, either of them makes sense. This next one's a little bit different. Pretty much all of the wooden crafts need to give us more for what we get. Look how much wood you use just to get 2 trapdoors. I think minimum 4 for that craft. Buttons, they only give you 1. I mean, look at the size difference. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, and don't get me started on pressure plates. This is how much it costs to craft it, and that's what you get in return. 1. You could get at least like 16 out of this. Minecraft, if you see this video, I think I speak for the whole community saying we love this saddle craft. Please give us more crafting recipes like this. Now that we're about to have Happy Ghast in the game in literally 2 days, maybe they should add some exploration updates that can go alongside it. Right, now hear me out. Now that we can fly without an elytra, and anyone can join us on this Happy Ghast, it's actually reasonable to early game fly through the sky. So maybe there should be some terrain that fits that. So hear me out, floating islands. This one was just one I hand built real quick. Ideally, they would be much bigger than this. Oh, and probably a lot higher too. But imagine flying along on your Happy Ghast and you find a floating island. So maybe you park alongside it and you decide to like build a base here or something. The only unfortunate thing about this though, you might not be able to see it too well, but there is a shadow cast from this island. That's just how Minecraft works. So mobs are going to spawn here in the day. So to make these work, pretend this land isn't here. Oh wow, it's above the ocean only where it's not going to matter. Maybe you can have a new villager type of like, I don't know, floating villager types. Or maybe have some new rare block that you can only find on these floating islands. The mates who want to go and look for it, even if it's just a cool building block. Hey, I think these floating islands would be awesome. But I'm wondering, do you guys have any idea what they could put on a floating island? Let me know in the comments. Minecraft, but every block drop is random.
Let's go. Okay.
Don't bother with seeds. So you bothered with seeds?
3 individual different woods are going to give us something different. Ollie.
What did you get?
Ollie. We're going to be so fine. Wait, what are you doing? Why are you placing it up there?
Just for a sake of it.
Oh,
That just spawned. What the heck?
you trying to kill me?
No.
Ow! Ow! Oh my god! You almost just killed me! You almost...
I got hacked.
You suck!
I know where a lava pool is.
Okay, where? You go get one then. You bring one back. What have you just done? What have you done? Wait, what did that?
Sheep.
Please, please, please.
Oh!
What?
I got the Hikey Hate Me music, Des.
Oh, no way! Did you? Oh, wait, this is a lot of stuff we can try. Oh! No? No, you did not. The thing I'm scared about is if one of the things that we can't use is one of the things that is going to do it.
What does this give me? Deep Slate Emerald Ore, which is rare. Gilded Blackstone. It gave me a player head.
A player head?
It gave
Can you
me
break
Steve.
it?
Amy, I found it.
What? What? No, you didn't. You're
The
lying.
whole
You're lying.
time,
What?
it was a player head. Okay, are we gonna try this?
Yeah, go on. You have any more Ender Eyes in case this breaks?
I have 6.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, it did the thing again. It did the thing again. I don't think you heard it, but it did the Among Us tune for me. And I had a clip ages ago and everyone said I faked it and it was real and it just did it again. Oh my goodness, it worked. 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 Well, I can try and do a form of cycle, but it's not really gonna work. Oh my. Well, goodbye. Well. What are all of the mobs in Minecraft actually saying? You see, the way that I do my captions for all of these videos is I use this software to transcribe what I'm saying. But every now and then, it gets something wrong. Or it thinks a mob in the background is actually talking. So, I was wondering, what does it think mobs are actually saying? Here's everything that worked. So what have we learned? It looks like the Ender Dragon doesn't want us to come to the end. Who could have been surprised? And honestly, I more feel bad for the Warden. He's just trying his best and he can't find us. It's so sad. This speedrunner found a seed that made them almost take damage instantly. They spawned in a woodland mansion with this seed right here. As soon as you spawn in, you're in a woodland mansion with a Vindicator spawning right next to you. With world generation that I've never seen, this room has been cut off somehow by a pond. Not just that room, the room next to it too. Woodland mansions as it is are meant to spawn thousands of blocks away. And this scene managed to have it at world spawn? Imagine playing Minecraft for the first time. This is your first ever world, and the first thing you're met with is one of the strongest mobs in the game. You then find this dark chest room, which obviously has nothing in it. But hey, if this was your spawn and you managed to survive, at least you get some pretty good loot, right? The chest that I can find in here, dark oak saplings, and down this long corridor, cats, and a golden apple. Okay, fair enough. I guess the only thing that you could say is you found a really rare seed. I just noticed this now. There's a pillager outpost right behind it too. Does this have at least good loot? No. At least you're gonna have an ocean view. Oh, also on this beach just past the woodland mansion, I guess you do have this. A buried treasure with quite nice loot too. I just can't believe how unbelievably rare this seed is. What mods in Minecraft should just be a vanilla feature by now? Starting with Sodium and the Fabric API. I mean, it just gives you so many more options and makes the game so much more optimized where I can do this and not feel a thing. I genuinely think that Mojang should buy out the company, hire everyone that makes the mod, and make it a vanilla feature. I also wish Lamb's dynamic lights were vanilla. If I set the time to nighttime and get something like a lantern, holding it in my hand means it's lit up following where I am, especially as we have this new fog, and there's also now vibrant visuals on Bedrock Edition. I would love to be able to walk through caves like this. It's so nice. This next one though, oh my goodness, this next one. This is probably the biggest quality of life mod that you can get, and I can't play Minecraft without it anymore. Mouse tweaks is genuinely so incredible. Say my inventory is just filled with clutter that I don't want. I can just hold down Q and do this. Oh my goodness, it makes your life so much easier. Same thing applies if I want to like fill a chest with something. Or say if I have stacks of items. If I just want a few items out of a stack, I can use my scroll wheel to either take out or put it back in. Now that I think about it, maybe I should just make a mod pack with everything that I think should be in vanilla Minecraft. Minecraft servers have fallen off greatly and we need to fix something. When I was growing up, I was playing servers like Hypixel and the Hive on Java Edition. At the time, they were getting an average playership of near 100,000 players, which is an insane amount of people. Now, the Hive doesn't even exist on Java. And in peak hours, Hypixel averages around 40,000 players, which is still a lot of players. place. But here's the issue. The kids just aren't playing Minecraft minigame servers anymore. They're playing one singular game on Roblox. I'm making this video at 2 p.m. whilst everyone's at school, and Hypixel has around 18,000 players. This is the one game everyone's playing, and it currently has 3.7 million people playing it. Hypixel is Minecraft's biggest ever server, and at peak, it peaked at 216,000 players. This Roblox game peaked at 21 million players. That's 100 times more than Hypixel. You know what? I have no clue what this game is. Let's play it. The garden game. Wow, it sounds so interesting. Okay, I just can't join the game. Am I doing something wrong? Are all of the servers just full? How do I join? Oh, I got in. Oh, okay. Why is there so dramatic classical music? So do we literally just grow plants and then I sell the plants? Is this it? I've got to be missing something, right? Let me pick my carrots, I guess. So it's like Hypixel Skyblock, but worse. How did this become the popular thing? There's got to be some way we can convince them to get back on Minecraft, because we can beat this. Today is the start of mission Get the Kids on Skyblock. How good is Optifine nowadays? I don't want to just dunk on Optifine because that was a lifesaver years ago. It was Minecraft's first optimization mod. It was great, but Sodium is so much better now. At least, I think it is. I don't actually know. So, let's test it. I would have used the Happy Ghast update, but Optifine seems to have a bit of an issue taking a while to update. The latest update for Optifine is 1.21.4. First, let's try Sodium. Rendering in, it's running really well. Look at our FPS whilst I'm running around. We're about 800 to 900 FPS. But let's also test it with max render distance. Okay, with that we've dropped, but we've dropped to like between 400 and 600, which realistically isn't actually any issue at all. Oh, it's spiked down a lot to like 300. My monitor's 165 hertz, so I can't see above 165 frames. But obviously, the higher the FPS is, the better it's going to run in later game, where you have lots of big, complex buildings. And here we are on Optifine, and the same seed. Okay, we spawn in a little bit of a different location, but it's chill. It is noticeably more stuttery, though. Once all these chunks will be rendered, it'll probably be fine. Whee! Okay, apparently the one on the left is the average. We're going to use that, which is around 500-ish. Let's try turning up the render distance. We'll stick to 32. Oh, wow. Okay, that did drop a lot. It seems like we're stuttering, and a lot of the time it is under 165, which is what the maximum I can see. Right now, it's 114. We're just running around. But I guess I am at 32 render distance. Realistically, you don't need to have that high. So at first, it runs well, but it starts going down because things actually start rendering, but it's also very stuttery. Yeah, sorry to say it, but Optifine, it's officially cooked, man. Sodium takes the lead by a long shot. I've played Minecraft for 10 years now, and one of the biggest tips I can give you is you need to know how to design the inside of your base. One of the most important things is your beds and your chest have to be on the bottom floor, preferably very close to your entrance. First with the beds, if you keep your bed upstairs, every time you go into your base, you're going to get annoyed at the extra 10 seconds it gets before you actually go to bed. To make your life easier, just keep them downstairs. The same thing happens with your chest, but so much worse. Because if you're in a bit of a rush for whatever reason, and you just need to clear your inventory a bit, you're going to start placing down random temporary chests, and these are going to be here forever. Look, I've still got these. I've got that out there. I've still got these here and all of these shulkers. But now I have my chest wall, and this is a lot better than it was. Another base tip, keep all of your auto farms very close to your house. For me, down here, I have all of my auto pumpkin farms. And just up here, just outside my front door, here's my creeper farm. It's going to look like a creeper eventually, I promise. But all of my auto farms are all in close proximity of my base. The reason for that is the base is going to be where you are the majority of the time. So say if I ever need pumpkins, I have them here ready. I don't have to realize that I need them and then AFK here. Speaking of my farms, something that can go a long way too is a few farmer villages. So what you can do is you can use these pumpkins, trade them for emeralds, and then trade them emeralds for golden carrots. Now you have an unlimited food source. There's one Minecraft fact, whenever I tell it to people, they think I'm lying, but I'm not. Advancements in Minecraft can give you XP. Now, obviously, you're gonna think I'm lying. In Minecraft, you get advancements all of the time, and I didn't gain any XP from that. That's because only a handful of Minecraft achievements give XP. Blowback gives you the least amount of XP, which is when you kill a breeze using its own wind charge, which gave me 40 XP or 4 levels. The advancement that gives you the most XP is How Did We Get Here, which you get from having every single effect. Yeah, I had to make this with commands. That gives you 1,000 XP. Oh my goodness, what on earth is happening? Now, in fairness, those advancements are less common ones. So yeah, you probably wouldn't notice that they give you XP, but there are some ones that give you XP which are really common, such as Return to Sender, Cover Me in Debris, Hero of the Village, are all advancements that give you XP. If you were to get every advancement that gives you a level, you would get 43 levels. If you type every single letter in the creative menu, every other letter has way more items than the letter Q. And most of these things don't even start with the letter Q. The only things that do are the quartz items and the quick charge books. So it looks like we need more Q things in Minecraft. What items could they add that begin with the letter Q? A quesadilla. Yep, it's time for a food update. And what would be more perfect than a classic quesadilla? Maybe we should be able to make more things with eggs too. So my suggestion, Minecraft lets us make quiches. As they've now updated the desert a little bit, maybe this suggestion's a little bit evil, but they should add quicksand. Powdered snow is essentially quicksand anyway, so it would fit in the game. This next one though is the one I'm most serious about though. A quiver is something I've wanted in the game for years. It was in the game during in-dev, but it got removed because it was just for testing purposes. But imagine something like a bundle, but instead of holding up to a stack, it can only carry types of arrows. It can carry up to 3 stacks of any type of arrow. Especially as we have so many different types of arrows nowadays, it would help so much for inventory clutter. Guys, I'll be honest, I've been scrolling through a list with every single word beginning with Q, and the letter Q doesn't look real anymore. So Copper has technically had 3 updates now. First, they added it to the game. Then they added a bunch of new blocks for it with the Trial Chambers update. And now we're getting the Copper Golem and the Copper Chest added to the game. But I realized today, over 2 years ago, I made a video with all of my suggestions for the different things they could add for copper. Let's see if any of them became a thing. Redstone rails using copper instead of gold. Nope, that's still not a thing. But I was ranting about that not too long ago. Making the churches and villages have copper roofs. No, but I don't think they're realistically going to change the village in any way. Redstone wires, which would be more discreet and could have blocks placed on top of them. Unfortunately not, but I really wish it was a thing. That's one of the things that I would vouch for most. Electricity, with things like solar panels to generate it to power things like redstone furnaces. Let's be real with ourselves. That's not happening. This next thing that I said though, some people wish that there was going to be tool sets and armor sets, but to be honest, does it really make sense to have something worse than iron? I mean, people don't even use leather, so why would they make something worse than iron that's pretty much the same difficulty to get? Yeah, that's awkward because I kind of support that now, but at the same time, I'm probably never going to use it in a normal playthrough, so I get it. But then I suggested copper and iron alloys that are a little bit stronger than iron. That I support, but yeah, no, we don't have that either. What about locked chests? No, we don't have that yet, but we do have new types of chests added in the latest update. Copper chests, so maybe we're getting kind of near? Minecraft, if you want to steal any of these ideas, by all means, go ahead. What is Minecraft's most rare mob spawner? Any dungeon spawners are definitely going to be the most common. These ones are going to spawn zombies, skeletons, and sometimes spiders. Then cave spider spawners, which spawn in mine shafts, and obviously blaze spawners in the fortresses in the nether. Those are all the really common ones, so this is where it starts getting a little bit rarer. If you're able to locate a treasure bastion and jump right to the bottom, you can find magma cube spawners. Now, I know what you're thinking now. The obvious rarest one is the silverfish spawner because it only spawns in front of the end portal. But each Minecraft seed can spawn up to 128 different strongholds. The rarest spawner is so unbelievably rare, I've never seen it, and you probably have never either. The pig spawner. But the way that it can spawn is so unbelievably rare that you probably will never see it. If a spawner ever tried spawning where a naturally generating chest was, such as a buried treasure or a dungeon chest, the chest is always going to take priority. So imagine one of these chests wanted to spawn here. Instead of just not spawning this spawner, it's going to duplicate it and spawn it next to it. But when that happens, it loses all of the data. So for some reason, the game autofills that with a pig spawner. I have no idea why. If you boot up 1.16 and use this seed, once you teleport to these coordinates, you will see a naturally generating quintuple pig spawner, where in the middle there's a buried treasure chest that doesn't work. Basically what's happened is a buried treasure has tried spawning here, but a Badlands cave spider spawner has tried spawning here as well. And the way that buried treasures work, it has to be covered on all sides, and it just duplicates the block that would be next to it. So it's duplicated one pig spawner 4 other times. What are your chances of just stumbling across this? Yeah, you're probably never gonna have that happen in your lifetime. The other day, Minecraft made a community post that would have instantly been seen as a teaser to most people. See, they posted this photo captioned, "Whose POV is this?" on their YouTube community. As much as this could be a teaser, I think it's them just talking about a feature that not a lot of people actually know about. When you go into spectator game mode, if you punch any mobs, you can spectate exactly what they see. And I mean any mob. And some of the mobs actually have some Easter eggs. If I spawned a creeper and then I spectated it, this is how you will see the world through the creeper's eyes. So that's whose POV this is. The other mobs that have this Easter egg, an Enderman, spectating one will give you inverted colors of everything. The spider one's actually really cool. You can see 5 different panels of everything, as well as having a really high FOV. Basically, every panel that you see is going to be one of the spider's eyes. Now, I don't think this is a teaser, but there is one thing it could be teasing. update. The version these got added was in Minecraft 1.8.9. The other way in this update where you can see all of those things is with super secret settings. So maybe if this is a hint to anything, maybe it could be suggesting that super secret settings is going to be coming back to Minecraft. But I highly doubt that. There's a lot of talk right now to change one of the most crucial crafting recipes in Minecraft. The Eyes of Ender. People want to make it a bunch harder to get. Obviously, the Eyes of Ender are used to locate where the portal is, as well as being used to open the portal. The current recipe obviously being an ender pearl and a blaze powder, meaning you need to find a fortress to be able to go to the end. But people want that to be harder to make. This recipe is what everyone wants the new recipe to be. An ender pearl, a blaze powder, a wind charge, a prismarine shard, and an echo shard. Now, I kind of agree because in modern Minecraft, everyone just goes to the end super fast to get an elytra. So this change would kind of force you to take the game a bit more slow and explore a bunch more. Not only the fortress, the trial chambers, the ocean monument, which those are all fine, but, and a big but, requiring the player to go to an ancient city? Ancient cities are designed to be dangerous. Like, you are meant to avoid this place. But if you do go there, the loot might be worth it. Might be is the key word. All to try and find echo shards? I don't think this place should ever be required to go to. Blaze powder, wind charge, and prismarine shards, yeah, okay, that's kind of fair. But I can't think of anything I'd replace the echo shard with. Not only would you have to risk your life to come here, which is probably harder than fighting the ender dragon in the first place, you would have to hope to find echo shards. Not only that, you'd have to find up to 12 of them. Do you know how long it would take to try and find 12 echo shards? So many Minecraft creators just lie for views, which I think is cringe. This video is doing the rounds at the moment, so let's fact check this and see if any of these scariest seeds are actually real seeds. First is the least scary. It's kind of just a creepy face. This one's actually real. Here's the seed. And when we spawn in just over here is the creepy face in vanilla Minecraft. Does this work in Bedrock Edition? Nope, I'm not seeing it here. It looks like both the eyes generated, but the ravine didn't. Next is this mountain monster, which does look like it's been built by hand, but I have found a seed, so let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Okay, we spawned in, and let's head towards the core. Oh! Okay, I don't need to add any more. It's actually real. This is so cool. Does it work on Bedrock too? Okay, the spawn, it looks the same, and it should just be over here. I mean, kind of. We've got one eye. We're missing the other one. We still have the majority of the mouth. So my answer, this one kind of works on Bedrock. This next one is very obviously fake, though. To start, there's no block that naturally generates in caves that are that shade of red. Plus, this is literally the design of a character from Dead by Daylight called the Unknown. The chances of a Minecraft seed exactly generating a detailed character from another game is simply impossible. Oh, also on top of that, here's the original photo posted on r/Minecraft builds by Creo3D. The same thing applies with this photo. The block palette is not naturally generating in caves, and once again, was posted as a build on r/Minecraft by yet again Creo3D. Dude, this guy is a really nice builder. Guys, I can promise you now, I will never straight up lie on a video. I might accidentally get things wrong every now and then, but I'll never straight up lie, so you can trust me. Minecraft just posted another Spot the 10 errors, but this one is a lot harder than normal. So let's find all 10 of the errors.
Find the 10 errors.
Firstly, ruin portals don't spawn with red brick stairs or slabs. Fun fact, actually, about all of the red nether brick stuff, none of these spawn naturally in Minecraft at all. Number 2, you're never going to see an armadillo in a jungle unless you bring it there. That's because the only biomes that they can spawn in are the savannas and badland biomes. Number 3, this one's a little confusing. Either A, the dog's bark changed, or B, there's a dog that barked here, but well, yeah, there's no dog there. Number 4, ruined portal chests cannot contain apples. Number 5, when they placed the obsidian, it didn't actually disappear from their inventory. Number 6, when they built and lit the portal, it made this sound. Whatever that sound's meant to be. It's meant to sound like this. Number 7's a sneaky one. The dog's collar changed from red to blue. Number 8. Yes, surprisingly, when you go into a nether portal, it doesn't take you to the end. It takes you to, get this, right? The nether. Number 9, the Ender Dragon spawned with half health. That's not something that happens in Minecraft. And finally, number 10, the Ender Dragon's health bar is green, where it's meant to be purple. Minecraft, please keep making these videos. I think they're so fun. Did you know there's a way in Minecraft to get every single block in Minecraft in just a few seconds? There's actually a hidden option in the game creation screen on Java. When you go to create new worlds, go to worlds, and on world type, hold down Alt and click. Eventually, you're going to see a new option, debug mode. And when you create the game, you're going to be in spectator with a world with every single block in Minecraft and every single state of block. You can also switch your game mode, meaning if you really want to, you could switch it to survival mode, which kind of makes for a fun challenge. Obviously, this world type is for developers to make sure everything definitely looks right. That also includes every single state. As an example, we have every different orientation of leaf, as well as the waterlogged variant. But this also includes things like every single path that redstone can take, every way fire can look, every single segment of things like beds and things like doors. Something I'm actually curious about. What happens if I just, you know... Oh... You can't break things in this game mode. So I guess that means if you're in survival, it wouldn't actually work anyway. Now, I know this is a lot of blocks, but am I crazy for saying that this is every single block in Minecraft and every state of it? I would have expected this area to be way bigger than this. Say it with me. You can beat the Ender Dragon alone in survival. I know it's a scary task, but I've compiled some tips to make the whole adventure way easier for you. And if you follow everything right, your chances of failure should be super low. Before you enter, obviously put down a bed so you can set your spawn. And for the gear that you're gonna need, here is all the stuff I'd say you need. First, you're either gonna have to build up or you're gonna have to dig out. So make sure to carry the normal things like pickaxes and food. Now try and look at the ground as long as you can, because you don't want to look the endermans in the eyes. For now, any crystals that you can see and reach, shoot them. An infinity bone might actually help for this. Now these ones are protected by cages. You can still hit them. Just come right in the corner and line up your shot perfectly. Some of them you can't always see the crystal. The safest way to do this is place down a water bucket so in case you fall, you'll be able to fall straight in it. Then get some blocks and just pillar up. Once you can see the crystal, shift and shoot it, but just don't get too close to it because it will do damage. Once you're done, you can just jump in the water and pick it back up. Now that I've destroyed all of the crystals, it's time to kill the dragon. If you can shoot the dragon, that's always a good start. But every now and then, the dragon's going to come into the center, which is known as perching. One thing you want to do is avoid its mouth because it's going to shoot dragon breath. But if you ever get stuck in dragon breath, just use the bottles and you'll be able to dissipate it quickly enough. Whenever the dragon is actually coming into perch, try and be inside the fountain, but don't jump. Make sure to try and hit its head because that's where it'll do the most damage. If you do jump, sometimes the dragon can launch you flying. For some reason, this dragon just likes me. Okay, like that. If that ever happens, just get out your ender pearls and throw them on the floor. It will survive all full damage without having to try an MOG. Eventually, though, you're going to be able to kill the dragon for the first ever time. See, when you know what you're doing, it's really not that scary, isn't it? I can guarantee you that you've never seen a crazier seed than this. I'm on Bedrock Edition for this video, the home of glitches. For anyone that wants to try this seed out themselves, here it is. And you're going to want to teleport yourself to -93163,175. When you teleport there, you're going to be surrounded with mountains in this cool ice lake. Just behind you, there's an icy village over here. But obviously, there's nothing crazy about that. The crazy thing happens when we go down. And you're going to want to keep going down. We've got a long way to go. This is low-key terrifying. And here we are. If I give myself night vision real quick, over 80 blocks under the water, there's this kind of cave with an igloo that's spawned. That's kind of cool, but that's nothing groundbreaking. Let's quickly sponge this all up. Now, if you know anything about these igloos, they have a little secret. If you break this block here, you can go down into a secret base. But there's something way cooler than going down there. If we go into spectator real quick, look what's underneath. There's an end portal where this room goes through the portal. But as you can see, it keeps going. It comes right down into the room as normal, but with the void. That's right, this structure quite literally deletes bedrock. This seed can only happen on Bedrock Edition, which is ironic because, you know, it broke the bedrock. But the real crazy thing to me is look at the coordinates. This isn't far out from spawn. So if I went back to spawn and I went to locate the nearest stronghold, would you look at that? That is the same stronghold as we just found. Now, I don't know who found this seed, but whoever did find this seed, the chances are they weren't trying to find it. They just made a normal survival world and found this when they tried going to the end. I've seen a lot of videos recently with people shrinking in Minecraft to fit through tiny gaps. But did you know this is actually a vanilla feature? If you type /attribute, then your username, Minecraft:scale, base, set, and then the number like 2, you can change the scale of your player model. And this number you can change to whatever you want, with 1 being the default. Not only can you make it as high as you want, you can also make yourself smaller. And this is where sneaking into block gaps comes in. I can go even smaller. So if I come to a village and come inside a house, I can sneak in between chests. This begs the question, what gaps can you fit through and what can't you fit through? Let's find out. It looks like I should be able to sneak through one of these holes, but I can't actually go through it. But anything that actually has a smaller gap, you can actually go through them. Is there an actual gap between lava and water? It does look like there might be a tiny gap. Let's make ourselves 100 times smaller, 1,000 times smaller. Oh, nope. It looks like 100 is the cap. We can't actually get any smaller, so we're not going to be able to get through that gap in vanilla Minecraft. But we can kind of just go through it because the water's instantly going to extinguish us. Can we use a path and sneak through this gap? Oh, Oh, no, not quite. Can I fit through the gaps in a fence? No, it's actually solid. Can I, like, hide in a button? Oh, my goodness, you can. A copper grate? Still no. Can I fit under a grindstone? Yes, you can. Wait, this could be a really cool secret base idea. Please, please. Oh, my goodness, you can hide underneath the bed. Hear me out. This block we break and we replace with a stair. Then anyone that's normal size isn't even going to notice that at all. Then when you're mini size, you can come down here, come in here, and start a secret base underneath their bed. This is probably the most underrated Minecraft feature ever. What is the safest way to navigate the nether? The other day, I made this same video, but for the end. What I didn't realize is so many people were struggling actually getting to the end. So here's how you can prep for the nether for the first time with the lowest possible risk. If you're really worried about it, wear some diamond armor. If not, at least wear some iron armor. Although switch your helmet for a gold helmet, just so you don't get attacked by piglins. You're probably also going to want to carry a shield in your offhand just to be safe. You should also bring some gold with you to barter with the piglins. You'll probably only need a stack maximum. That's just going to make everything way easier. Obviously, bring your normal things like food, a pickaxe, a sword, but you are ready to go into the nether. As soon as you get in, the first thing you're going to want to do is note down your coordinates because it's very easy to get lost in the nether. Before anything, just a quick safety tip. As I'm sure you know, the nether is very dangerous. So watch your step while you're in the nether because there can be lots of dangerous falls out of nowhere. Like you can't even see that here. If I was you, I'd also try and avoid the basalt deltas if you can, just because they have a lot of the same issues, but one by one holes. The first thing you want to do is trade your gold with some piglins. What we're wanting them to drop is hopefully a few fire resistance potions. Once we have some of them, we can head towards the fortress. Find a spawner and then splash yourself with fire resistance. Now, these guys are going to do virtually no damage. They can still punch you though, so watch out for that. But the fire does no damage. The only worry while doing this is having wither skeletons chase you. But don't worry, this is easily solved because they're over 2 blocks tall. If you place blocks in the way, they can't get through. So just do that in all directions and you'll be safe. Then just kill the blazes. 6 blaze rods is the minimum you should go for, but just use how many fire resistance potions you get. My fire res is about to run out and I have 20 seconds left, so that's perfect. All you've got to do now is safely get out and run back to your original portal. Now you have enough blaze rods for all of the eyes of Ender, and you've successfully traversed the nether in the safest way possible. See, the nether's not that scary, is it? Did anyone else think Minecraft was a horror game when they were first introduced to it? Imagine this is your first ever time playing Minecraft. It's really peaceful off the get-go. So you make your first ever world. So you get down and start exploring the world with this lovely new music that you found. That's one way your first impression of Minecraft could be. Or maybe it's this official trailer from 13 years ago.
Let's go to a place where everything is made of blocks, where the only limit is your imagination.
It's a really nice first impression. I wish I could say the same for myself. I actually had a Minecraft nightmare before I'd even seen or played Minecraft. I was 9 or 10 when I was first introduced to Minecraft by one of my friends. See, we didn't have a family computer, but he had his own gaming PC. Everyone else had the Nintendo Wii, but he also had a gaming PC. And he introduced me to Minecraft. Here's what Minecraft looked at that time. You'd expect him to say, wow, there's just so many beautiful forests, cute little animals. You should try and play the game if you can. No, that wasn't how. You see, the game he told me about before was Slender Man. So I assumed this was another horror game because of how he presented it. I don't know why I remember this so well, but this is exactly what he told me. When it turns nighttime, monsters appear like spiders that are the size of you. One of the monsters will silently sneak up on you and explode when it finds you. There's a monster that can shoot fire that's gonna burn your house down. Then I had a nightmare that night that a fire-shooting monster burned down my house in real life. And I hadn't even seen a block of Minecraft yet. And then me and my brother decided to buy it 2 years later. And now I'm here playing Minecraft for my job. Wow, that was a change of events, weren't it? Does everyone seriously not use the conduit in Minecraft? The other day I saw this tweet from Wattles saying that it's been in the game for 7 years now, followed with legend has it only 7 people have used this block? I thought everyone used it. Turns out everyone doesn't. And everyone doesn't even know how you build it? So, what is a conduit? Well, first, if you find a buried treasure, you might have seen this Heart of the Sea before. And you might have had no idea what it does. Put it in a crafting table and surround it with nautilus shells. Then you get the conduit. Now, just by itself, it just looks like a weird block. But similar to the beacon, you also have to activate it. The conduit is pretty much just an underwater beacon. Instead of giving you individual effects, it gives you conduit power. What does conduit power do? It gives you unlimited water breathing, haste so you can mine faster underwater, as well as night vision so you can also see underwater. Basically, it allows you to live underwater. The issue is it won't activate by you just placing it. To activate it, you're going to need any of the prismarine blocks. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build a ring with a clearing for a 3x3 area. Then you want to place it in the middle and it's gonna activate. This conduit right now is only level 1. To make it a higher level, build more rings. And more rings. This is how I like to build my conduits. A higher power means you can go further away from it without losing its effect. Oh, and look at this. The conduit is slowly gonna kill any mobs that come near it. So you can truly live underwater without even having to worry about mobs. Have people seriously not been using this? It's one of the coolest things in Minecraft. Am I the only person that didn't know that they secretly updated the desert temple? Obviously, everyone knows that this has a secret room. I bet you didn't know that they added a new secret room. This is one of Minecraft's oldest structures, and everybody now knows there's a secret room under here. But don't dig straight down here, because otherwise you'll land on the pressure plate. Dig straight down here and break the pressure plate, because there's lots of TNT underneath. And at the bottom will be chests with pretty good loot inside. But I bet you didn't know there's a new secret room. You see, the new secret has nothing to do with this room down here. If you come back here, you'll notice some sand here. If you break it, you'll notice there's a secret staircase here. Keep going around, and down here, look, the new secret room starts. Now, what is in this secret room? Well, if you look here, you'll have some guaranteed suspicious sand. If I break out the whole room, here is the complete room once all of the sand's been removed. I've used some barrier blocks to hold some blocks up, but not including that first block that was here. We've got a few other pieces of suspicious sand. And in total, here's the items that I got from the suspicious sand. But look, once we come down, we've got another secret room. And just checking real quick. Yeah, no, there's no other hidden structure. And there's nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, and nothing this way. If you don't believe me, I don't blame you. So many people make fake videos like this. But hey, check it out for yourself. There's a lot of name tag Easter eggs in Minecraft. Each one has its own unique reason. Here's what each of them mean. Firstly, Dinnerbone and Grum. Everyone knows that Dinnerbone will turn any mob upside down. You might not know that Grum does the same thing. These are both references to two Minecraft developers, Dinnerbone and Grum. Their player models are also upside down too. The only players in Minecraft that have that happen. Why upside down? Well, as far as I know, it's just because they can. If you get a name tag with the name Toast on it, then name tag a bunny, it's gonna change it to this color. That's because someone on Reddit posted that their girlfriend's bunny went missing and asked if Minecraft could add it to the game, and surprisingly, they actually did it. Arguably the most well-known one, Jeb underscore, name tagging a sheep will make it go rainbow. Jeb underscore being the username of the Minecraft Chief Creative Officer. Once again, I think it's just rainbow because he can make it rainbow. Getting the name tag Johnny and giving it to a Vindicator is going to make it attack anything in sight. This one's actually a reference to an old horror movie called The Shining, where the main killer, here's Johnny, runs around with an axe. The last time they added an Easter egg like this was 1.11. Minecraft, if you see this, you should add more because these are so fun. What was the first ever Minecraft Let's Play? Not the first ever Minecraft video, that's this. I'm talking about the first ever Let's Play. Minecraft came out for the very first time in 2009. So if we use advanced YouTube search to find videos before 2010, then sort by date and scroll for a while, there it is. There's the first ever Minecraft video. So now let's scroll up for a little bit, and I found it. Let's build in Minecraft by the Carlzor.
Hey guys, this is the Carlzor again. What I'm playing with is a little Java applet called Minecraft. Unfortunately, you can't save yet. It became available May 21st, 2009. Today is May 22nd, because it's after midnight now. I made a quick little 5 or 10 minute building. And you can build massive castles and stuff in this if you feel like it. Following this basic pattern, I found out you can make a pretty efficient little spiral staircase. And you can do any number of things in this game. You can make mazes, you can make mansions.
He later did a Minecraft Alpha Let's Play, which was 23 parts long, but seemingly that was the very last time that he played Minecraft. His last ever upload was 2 years ago, so he might still be active on YouTube. So Carlzor, if you ever come across this video somehow, you should definitely upload a new Minecraft Let's Play. Me and so many others would love to see how you react to everything that's new in the game. I'm sick of seeing fake videos of secret rooms in Minecraft that just don't exist. I'm talking about you, Preston Plays. You make everyone not believe me. So here's a list of every real secret room in Minecraft. If it's not on this list, it's not real. The Desert Temple has one down here. As well, in the back corner, you have a secret staircase that's covered in sand that becomes this room when it's fully excavated. Inside the Jungle Temple, there's a secret puzzle, which you solve by flicking this lever and this lever down, then back up. When you come back up here, it reveals this secret room down here with a chest in it. The Woodland Mansion has a few secret rooms. Basically, what you have to look for is when there's a room that doesn't look like it has a door but doesn't connect to an exposed room. As an example, this room here is the boxing room, and the wall ends here, but it looks like there could be another room here. That's because, yep, there's another room here. There's a few different types of secret rooms. The X room, which has a chest inside, the spider room, which has a spider spawner, the fake end portal room, the obsidian room with a hidden diamond block, the birch pillar room, the clean chest room, room, the lava room, which also has a hidden block inside, and the attic room, which has 2 hidden chests on top. The ancient city has a secret room underneath the portal in the center. You want to come to the very center, then turn around to this bridge. Underneath here, there are these 2 doors here. If you make enough noise, like eating some food, this door, in a second, is gonna open and reveal this whole redstone tutorial place. If you come inside an igloo and break down on this block here, there's gonna be a hidden trap door with a long ladder down. That'll take you down to this basement with a tutorial on how to resurrect a zombie villager. And that is every single real secret room in Minecraft. There's one specific type of villager that I think about more than I should because it's the funniest thing that Minecraft has ever done. This here is the nitwit. Because for some reason, Minecraft thought, you know what we need in the next update? We need a villager that's impossible for them to get a job. An unemployed villager. What gets even funnier is its name wasn't originally going to be the nitwit. At first, it was going to be called the unemployed villager. But if you think about it, villagers aren't technically employed by anyone. They just work together. So the next name idea was the village idiot. But then Jeb just thought it would be funnier to call it the nitwit because it's kind of a funny name. That's not where the funny things stop for this thing. Once it hits a certain time, the villagers have to go sleep for work in the morning. The nitwit, however, is going to continue wandering around for a further 1 minute and 40 seconds. Why is that? Because Minecraft hard-coded it in the game that the unemployed villager goes to sleep hours after everyone. And there he goes to bed. And for the same reason as that, when the sun starts rising in the morning and the villagers start getting up, the nitwit will naturally wake up 1 minute and 40 seconds later than every other villager. I would say hopefully one day these guys can get a job. Unfortunately for them, it's hard-coded, so they can't. I just received an invite to the weirdest Minecraft server I've ever seen. It's called Minecraft Minute, and I have exactly 1 minute to play on the server before I get banned. The interesting thing is, though, only one person can play on the server at once, and we all play with the exact same inventory and location. My goal here is to make as much progress as I can in 1 minute. Here goes nothing. Okay, we're underground. We have stone tools. Okay, I'm not going to strip mine. I don't feel like... Oh, no, I definitely should stay by the crafting table, though. Okay. Oh, well, I got some iron. I guess that's good. What is around us? Okay, we have bread. What can I make for us that's going to actually be useful? We have plenty of food. Where are we? Are we just in the middle of some strip mine? That's not an efficient way of getting all the items. Okay, hi, creeper. Wow, we're really in the middle of nowhere. What is going on with my FOV as well? Who... Is this my FOV? Is this someone else's? I don't know. What can I craft? Okay, now I feel stressed. Why am I stressed? We have plenty of gold. You know what? Let me kill this creeper because I don't want someone else to accidentally die to him. Where are we? Okay, we can get some of this so someone can do some enchanting in the future. We have some iron. I guess hopefully whilst I'm logged off, someone can, like, get this. Maybe it works. I don't know. I definitely shouldn't have used that. Okay, this is stressful. Okay, 5 seconds, and wow, I made no progress. Maybe 1 decade they'll beat the Ender Dragon. Have you ever noticed that the majority of Minecraft Lego sets just look off? It's kind of hard to pinpoint what it is, but most of them just don't look like Minecraft at all, which should be impossible. How do you make plastic blocks not look like a block game? Well, I figured it out. It's actually the Lego itself. I looked it up and I found out why a 2x2 Lego piece isn't called a 2x2x2 Lego piece. Because the dimensions are 0.6 inches by 0.6 inches, but they're 0.5 inches tall, which actually makes the Lego piece 20% smaller than a normal Minecraft block. It would look a bit strange if every block in Minecraft looked like this, right? In fairness, I get it. It's probably not cheap for Lego to make new molds just for the Minecraft sets. So that's why they do it. However, there's one simple solution that would fix everything. All you would have to do is build the blocks first. A 2x2 tile on the bottom, followed by a 2x2 brick, and then another 2x2 tile on top. That would fix everything and make the sets actually look like Minecraft. Some of the sets actually do this already, but only for certain blocks. Like this amethyst block, which is in one of the sets that I have. Not only would this make Minecraft sets look way better and more accurate, it would also make it feel like you were building with Minecraft blocks instead of Lego, which would be so cool. It's time to test both mine and your Minecraft knowledge. I found a website which is basically Wordle for Minecraft. Let's see how long it takes us. Okay, right, I got my timer ready. Let's try mobs. And let's go. Okay, I guess we go for like a sheep to start off, and we might as well. Okay, so it's newer than a sheep. It's also passive still. Okay, it has more health. More health than a sheep. Does a cow have more health? I imagine so, right? Oh, no, a cow is the same age. I'm trolling. Wait, no, a cow's newer than a sheep. Okay, so some of these are right. Newer than a cow and a sheep, but it has more health than a cow. And it is passive. I don't think an Enderman would count as passive because it does attack still. The horse was quite late. Okay, it's not a horse. It's newer than 1.6. Okay, but it's passive. That's what's throwing me off. Does have less health than a horse. Oh, wait, I just noticed it's smaller than all of these. So it's maybe like a block tall, but surely it must be wider, right? Smaller than a sheep, more health than a cow, and it's passive. I'm assuming it's got to be quite long, right? It could be an axolotl. They might have more health than I think. Oh, I was right. 2 minutes on the dot. You know what? I don't think I can be mad at that. There is a lot of different types of items in Minecraft. However, that was the creative menu. A lot of these items aren't possible to get in survival, such as the spawn eggs. You can't get them. But there's one item, every time I see it, I realize I don't think I've ever seen someone use this in survival Minecraft. The calibrated skulk sensor. Have you ever seen someone use this in survival? Not to mention, this thing doesn't even look like a vanilla block, let alone one you can get in survival. By putting a skulk sensor in the middle and putting amethyst crystals like this, you can craft the calibrated skulk sensor. I don't think I've ever made this. Question is this thing actually useful? What does it do? Well, to start off, the normal skulk sensor can only hear me from 8 blocks away. Anything past that, it can't hear at all. The calibrated skulk sensor, however, can hear you from up to 16 blocks away. Something else you might notice is this side looks different to this side. That's because this is where you calibrate it. Say if I put a redstone torch here, it has a redstone signal of 15. So you'll notice it doesn't hear anything at all. But if I was to set off some TNT, well, this is gonna hear it. I know that because there's a vibration frequency chart. Looking at this, whatever the redstone signal is, that's going to be the only thing that it can hear. The easiest way to do this is with a comparator and a lectern with a book with 15 different pages on it. So let's say I set it to 8, which correlates to eating a food item. Whenever I eat food, it's going to trigger the redstone, meaning you could have something like a secret trap where someone eats, it's going to set off some TNT and kill them. Or maybe I set it to 5 for equipping armor, which makes it open a secret door only if I put on a chest plate. This is one of Minecraft's most underrated items because you can do pretty much anything with it. You thought I was done ranting about the Minecraft Lego sets? Not only are the block sizes wrong, but most of the sets just aren't good. Okay, there are some exceptions. The crafting table, the creeper, the ender dragon with the end ship, those are all really cool sets. But a lot of the others are just underwhelming. Like the trial chambers are these giant impressive structures. The trial chambers Lego set, it's just really underwhelming. That's the case with most of the sets based off structures, and then the others are just random builds that nobody has ever made in Minecraft. But once again, I have an idea that will change everything. Lego does have a website where you can submit ideas, but I can't actually submit it because Minecraft is an existing IP that they use. So I'm here making a video. One of Minecraft's most recognized things are their structures. So we're gonna make structures. Not these tiny little builds though, no. We're gonna make one big single structure instead. Like, you know those big Lego base plates? Yeah, around that size. What are they gonna be of? Things like the default Minecraft houses. Or if that's a bit boring for you, a big blacksmith build. You could do the portal room inside of the strongholds. You could make a preferably unburied desert temple. Not only would these structures be amazing display pieces for Lego adults like myself, but it would also be the perfect size for younger kids to play with them. So, Lego, what do you say? Am I hired? I feel like when Minecraft announced the LA, everyone was super excited for it. And then nobody used them, except for sometimes having them as a pet. So here are some actually useful ways that you can use the LA that will make your life so much better. One of the most annoying things in Minecraft is when you're building a roof and sometimes accidentally, oh no, you accidentally place a stair upside down. So you break it and instead of catching it, it falls on the floor. So you have to jump down and grab it. But then you need to get back up. Well, use an allay and give them the stair. Now, anytime that you drop a stair on the floor, they're gonna fly down and grab it and give it back to you. So you can keep building without having to go back down. Maybe you're trying to go for a little bit of a rarer drop. Like say you want to get a whole bunch of apples, so give an apple to an allay and then just go to town on the trees. Because the apples are going to be collected by the allays, you don't have to wait for these trees to decay. Eventually, if any apples drop in the area, the allay is going to come and bring them to you. Now, this next idea isn't technically in the game, but I don't think it's crazy to say that it could be added. The new copper golem was added to sort items. The allay was made to collect items. Now, I don't think it would be a crazy suggestion that in the future, the allay doesn't drop the item to you. They can instead be linked to the copper golem and drop them whatever they pick up. Then the copper golem can go and sort that in some chests. Mojang, if you see this video, that would be the most awesome thing you could ever add. Everyone always says that the Wither is way harder to fight on Bedrock than it is Java, but I've never tested that. So, let's give it a go. For a start, if you're ever fighting the Wither, go right down, dig a tunnel down, and dig yourself a little room just so it can't fly away and you can hit it with your sword. For the loot that I'm going to give myself, all prot 4 netherite, a bow with power 4 and infinity, a netherite sword with smite 4, a stack of golden apples for my offhand, and an arrow. So, let's gear up. And before we start, let's set this to hard mode. Here we go. Okay, it's a little bit dark, but it's all right. See, when you do it underground, it's just really easy. Although once he hits this face, you can't actually bow him anymore. But I think I'm not actually going to need any gapples, you know? Yeah, I didn't even need any gapples. If you do the same as that, there's no way that it's harder on Bedrock Edition, right? Well, I can't put my golden apples in my offhand on Bedrock, but we have all the same stuff. So let's gear up and let's try it on Bedrock Edition. Maybe that's meant to happen and it's going to appear still? Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it's just gone behind for some reason. I guess let's just quickly break our way in. Okay, and we're back to survival. Let's fight this. I don't think it's doing much more damage. It feels like it's taking a lot less damage, though. Okay, he's flying really high. That is very annoying. Why are you flying over? Why do you move so fast? Why does he move so fast? Okay, I think I am going to have to eat a apple. Interestingly, it doesn't regen health like on Java. Where have you gone? What? How did you get... What? Okay, I don't even know what happened there, but yep, let's say it's harder on Bedrock Edition. How long would it take to get an Elytra without fighting the Ender Dragon? How are we gonna get there? Well, using the Happy Ghast, of course. The timer starts as soon as I enter the end. Okay, right, nice. We actually have a box, which kind of works. Let's clear it out a little bit. Hopefully, the Ender Dragon can't see us from this far. 4x4 is how big it needs to be, but I'm gonna make it 5x5 just so we can get out easy enough. Now we have to play a waiting game. I have no idea how long this takes. The answer's probably quite a while. Once it's become a Ghastling, though, I brought a few snowballs with me. We should be fine. You know what? I'm just gonna stay in here and hope it doesn't come over here. We've approached the 10-minute mark now, and this ungrateful Happy Ghast hasn't even started smiling. Oh, its face is straight now. Oh, it's starting to smile. That means it's nearly done. So let's start prepping the area ready as well. I should probably make this 2 taller, actually, so I can actually sit on top of the Happy Ghast. Okay, this is getting scary now. Oh, stay away from me. Would it be worth flying out or trying to fly directly up? You know what? No, we'll fly out the side because, yeah, those fireballs. No! Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Happy Ghast, whatever you do, don't come to life now. Whatever you do, don't come to life now. Is it fading? Yes, it's fading. The Ender Dragon is still right outside. But there we go. It came to life. Okay, now we just have to spam this with 2 million snowballs. Wait, can you come down here? Because if you go too high, you're going to suffocate. Oh, it grew. So let's put the harness on you now. Okay, why are we spinning? We're going to mine out and we're going to fly up and out. The next step is we've got to fly thousands of blocks away. Okay, are we safe? It's coming over this way. Please don't shoot a fireball. No! No, 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 no. Wait, it's not attacking me. It is attacking me. Okay, what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to wait down here because it's not hitting the Happy Ghast somehow. No, don't fly! What are you doing? You know what? Just kill me. Just kill me. What is the point, man? 20 minutes of my life I'm never getting back. Minecraft is one of the most documented games ever. It's one of the only games that I know that lets you play on any single version of the game's release ever. Except you can't. You'd be right in saying there's lots of old versions that are available on the launcher, but it only goes as far back as release 1.0. This version of the game is so old that skins weren't a thing yet, but it was only released in 2011, meaning there's 2 whole years of Minecraft history that should be essentially lost media. That's because before this launcher existed, you had to download the newest version of Minecraft from either the website or from Notch's website. Although these were free and a lot of people would have downloaded them back in the day, those people might not have played video games in 10 plus years. Or they might have just simply deleted the file because why wouldn't you? Luckily, there's a website called the Omni Archive, where their goal is to archive every single Minecraft update ever. But there's a lot of old updates that they just can't find. This Google Sheet is an index of every single Minecraft update ever. And every single thing that is marked as red are updates that they know exist, but they can't find at all. And they have proof of every single update existing, such as old YouTube videos of people playing on the update that are now assumingly lost in time forever. The funny thing is, Minecraft probably has an archive of their own for all of the things like this. So Minecraft, if you do, please add every update to the launcher. It would be a lifesaver. The other day, I faced the Bedrock Wither for the first time and I lost bad. So it made me wonder, what makes the Bedrock Wither so much harder? And oh boy, I think I found out why. Firstly, on Java Edition, the Wither has 150 hearts. On Bedrock, it's 150 hearts on easy mode. On normal mode, it has 225 hearts. In hard mode, it has 300 hearts. Double the health of a Wither on Java Edition hard mode.
And then the Wither gets to half health.
As you probably already know, when you get the Wither to half health on Java Edition, it enters this phase where you can no longer do projectile damage to it. That happens on Bedrock Edition too, but when it enters this phase, it slams into the ground and explodes, as we figured out. But then it also spawns 3 Wither skeletons with it, as if the Wither wasn't hard enough. Oh, and when it slams into the ground, it keeps slamming into the ground, destroying blocks until it goes around 40 blocks down into the ground. Once eventually you make your way down to it, though, it's then gonna start flying directly at you, destroying any blocks in its path. But if that wasn't enough, it then starts dashing away from you as well, so you can't keep track of it. Also, when you kill it, it takes a few seconds, then it explodes. So you could defeat the Bedrock Wither and still die reply to it. Bedrock players, I'm so sorry. You know how sometimes it looks like villagers are talking to each other? That's because they are talking to each other. And this is known in the code as gossiping. The whole village knows exactly what you did. See, the way this works is each villager stores information about you. And based on what they tell the other villagers, your reputation can go up or down, which will impact the trade prices that the villagers offer you. As an example, if I was to kill a villager, this villager isn't going to be very happy at me. And he's going to have what's known as a major negative opinion of me. I wonder why. When it comes time to gossiping with other villagers, he's going to tell him that I killed another villager. But this villager didn't see it happen. It is gossip at the end of the day. So this villager is going to have a negative opinion of me, but not as negative of opinion as this villager over here. And eventually that's going to make its way all around the village. There's also a factor called decay, which basically means how long it's going to take the villagers to forget that you did that. See, right now, he's not going to offer me very good trades. Every 20 minutes or one Minecraft day, the decay will happen, meaning every 20 minutes, these trades will get better. So killing a villager is worth 25 negative points, but killing a villager has a decay of 10, meaning this villager will forget that I killed his brother in cold blood in 3 Minecraft days. Yeah, it only takes 3 days for him to forget that I murdered someone. If you did want to figure out what the trade price is based on what you did, you can do with this equation here. Good luck, because I'm not doing it for you. There's one thing in Minecraft that I complain about all the time, but I've just realized I don't think I've ever seen anyone else complain about it. So let's see if anyone else agrees. Enderman. I don't care that these things teleport, that they have more health than other mobs, that they do more damage than other mobs, or that you can accidentally look at them and aggro them. I just wish they couldn't pick up blocks like they're in creative mode. This might seem like a non-issue, because the pool of blocks that they can pick up is so limited, plus they only pick them up rarely, and the chances of them placing down are even rarer. But the issue is when the world is just a little bit too old, and you're in one chunk for a while because, I don't know, that's where your base is. They're just going to start taking blocks from your land, and because they can directly pick up things like soul sand, it's not long before your nethers look like this, and the island that you live on starts shrinking. But because they can then place those blocks, you do something like go into a cave, and it starts looking ugly like this. The nether's going to look exactly the same, but with soul sand. On top of that, if you use any of the blocks that they can pick up for builds, something like using gravel for paths, it's going to start looking like termites have got to it. At least make it so blocks placed by players can't be picked up without turning off mob griefing. The capital of Minecraft YouTubers is definitely Brighton, right? I don't live there. Hopefully one day I can afford it.
But we've made our presence known.
How? Well, there's this website called WPlace. It's basically a map of the entire world that you can draw on. And with Brighton being home to every Minecraft YouTuber ever, when you zoom in, there's just a little bit of Minecraft fan art. Have a look. We have Tubbo art absolutely everywhere. We have 2 trillion different ethos. We've got life series. We've got life steal. There's absolutely everything. But there's not enough Hikey Hate Me. The issue with doing the big art pieces like this, you only get 1 single pixel every 30 seconds. So the big art like this takes a long time to do. So I instructed my soldiers, and now bigger than all of the art of huge Minecraft YouTubers, there is an almost complete giant Hikey Hate Me head. 400 pixels by 400 pixels, meaning in total 160,000 pixels are having to be filled in. It's just this tiny patch of skin and the hair to be done. Also, yes, I'm British. I thought it was obvious. The question is, what do we do next? We don't want to destroy other people's art that's in progress, so we don't have too much room to work with. Maybe we give it like a tiny little body? Let me know in the comments what we should do, and brands, please sponsor me so I can afford to move there. In the latest Minecraft snapshot, we got a new menu panorama, and it's honestly a big downgrade, especially as the last panorama looked so nice with a happy Garth. And this got me thinking. I think we need to make the Minecraft main menu way better. The first thing we need to change is from when you press the play button. It's this red screen here. We should replace it with the intro video that they use for Minecraft Dungeons and in the Minecraft movie. It just looks so nice. Maybe it'd take the game a little bit longer to load, but I think it'd be worth it for the pretty loading screen. This mod pack adds that out the gate, and just look how nice this looks. As you can see, that also used the Minecraft outro screen from their YouTube as the main menu. It does look nice and it's a clean animation, but I really do like the idea of the main menu being representing what the game is at the current time. But with the drop system, you can't guarantee enough things in the panorama. The way they can fix this is including as many things as they can from 1.21, not just features from 1.21.8. Maybe they should have added the copper golems into this panorama, or made a completely new one, but also included things like the happy ghast. Here, this is just a random seed. Let's try and make it into a panorama that would look good. Okay, this was just a quick 5-minute idea, but hopefully it like conveys the idea of like something they could do rather than making the panorama literally just the copper golem. Did you know you can make the menu panorama your Minecraft world? It's not even that hard to do. Let me show you how to do it. Now, you can do this without cheats, but it's going to make your life way harder. So, duplicate your world, edit the instance resolution, and make it a perfect square. Now that we have 2 of these, choose whichever one you want, and click Open to LAN, and turn on cheats. Now, you just want to find a spot to take your screenshot. I think here makes sense. Stand on it, and freeze the tick, just so mobs don't keep walking around. Next, set your FOV to 90, teleport yourself to where you're standing, and type 0, 0. When you click that, you're going to be facing south, so press F1 and F2 to take a screenshot. Next, do the same, but change the first number to 90. Screenshot, 180, screenshot, minus 90, and screenshot. Then change the last number to minus 90, screenshot again, and then change it to 90. Screenshot again. Now, we're done that part. To make our lives easier, we're going to go to vanilla tweaks and go to resource packs. Then go to menu panoramas and download one of these that we can use as a template. You then want to unzip that, and when you go into the assets folder and follow through, you'll notice they're just square images. So now go to your screenshots folder and rename these square images. So this will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same file names as these. Once you've done that, just drag them into this folder and replace the files. Zip these 3 files, and this zip is a completed texture pack. Add the texture pack like you would normally do, and look at this. It looks like I messed it up a little bit, but I now have a panorama of my hardcore world. This is so cool. What ways can you hide lights in your Minecraft builds? I saw this video where they placed a torch under grass and then placed it back and flattened it, which completely hid the torch. Unfortunately, when I tried this on Java, it didn't work. It might work on Bedrock, I don't really know. So because that doesn't work, here are some ways that you can actually hide the light source. The secret source is transparent blocks. You might hear transparent and think, okay, so just the glass blocks. But there's actually a lot more than you'd think. Transparent in Minecraft terms just means it lets through light. Now, you're going to have to get a bit creative depending on what your build's like, but if you get good at hiding them, it can be really discreet. Some ideas to get you going: the trapdoor like you just saw can be so easy, and some trapdoor variants just make it look quite nice. You can hide a torch in between leaves of trees, you can put a light source block in a wall, and then cover it with a painting, or just simply put them in between chests. Underneath chests works just as well too. But easily the best way to hide the light source is not hiding it at all. Things like glowstone and torches can look a little bit unsightly, but things like sea lanterns and copper bulbs can just complement builds really nicely. Some of my other favorite ones include shroom lights, end rods, and hey, if you can get away with it in a build, flowing lava can look really cool sometimes. Did you know there's 5 secret rooms inside the trial chambers? I only found out because of this tweet, saying because of a glitch with the trial chambers, there's a part of the structure called the corridors that just can't generate properly, which makes it not possible for these 5 rooms to spawn at all. They should be generating between the hallways and the main trial rooms, but currently in the game, they're kind of just next to each other. Admittedly, some are a little boring, like this one, which just leads you around to some stairs, and at the top, just 1 spawner and 1 vault. This one isn't too interesting either, making you fight here and then drop down to go get your loot. But these other 3 are really cool. This one looks like you're trapped from reaching the next exit, but if you kill the breeze in this spawner, you can get a wind charge to help get yourself up. This one here might only have 1 spawner inside it, but look how many potential pots you can get, which could be absolutely filled with loot. And this last one is my personal favorite, but I can definitely understand why this would be someone's least favorite if it naturally spawned. I call this one the parkour room for, well, obvious reasons, but if you miss your jump, you're probably gonna die to the dripstone down beneath you. Even if you make all your jumps, that's bad too, because before making this jump, you're gonna trigger this tripwire, which is gonna trigger the dispensers and shoot arrows at you to instantly knock you down. So hey, if these rooms ever do end up naturally generating in Minecraft, remember the rule from the jungle temple. Always look for the tripwire hook. You guys in the comments are some sick people. I made a video about the trial chambers and someone said, fun fact, literally nothing is stopping you from placing / breaking blocks in the trial chambers. Like, technically, yes, you are right, but why would you do that? That would take out half of the fun of the trial chambers. So, to convey how sick and twisted that would be, let me show you some examples of some things you can do in Minecraft that I hope nobody ever does. I finally found the end portal. Time to go get my elytra without killing the ender dragon. Yeah, let's just build a bridge to the outer end islands. Oh my goodness, a naturally spawning horde of zombies chasing me. Whatever can I do? This mountain's so tall, it's gonna take me forever to climb to the top. Oh wait, yeah, I can just build straight up. I love not climbing. Oh man, I'm about to run out of coal for my furnace. How am I gonna power it now? I guess I'm gonna have to go mine for some more. Or I can literally just duplicate a carpet. Like, why would I not do that? Oh wow, a big favorite puzzle someone made. The answer to this puzzle is in the room with you. This took me weeks to make, so I hope you enjoy it. Wow, okay, well, I guess instead I could just mine through. If you do any of these, stop doing it. You'll have so much more fun with the game that way. This might be the hottest take from a member of the Minecraft Java community. I think some stuff in the Bedrock Marketplace is actually quite cool. Yeah, a lot of it you do have to pay for, but that means some of that money goes to the creators of the thing that you're playing. So I've looked through the entirety of Minecraft Marketplace, and I found things that I think are actually worth the money. Not some of the brain rot slop that does unfortunately exist here. Actions and stuff. $10 does seem a little bit expensive for what is essentially a texture pack, but if you do play a lot of Bedrock Edition, this will completely change your game. Java players, you know Fresh's animations? It's basically that, but 10 times better. Tinker's Construct 2.0. This mod is one of my favorite advanced Minecraft mods ever, and completely revamps smelting ores and how different tools work. This add-on alone will make you feel like you're playing modded Java, but on Bedrock. RLcraft. I didn't even know this was on the Bedrock store. Known as the hardest mod pack in Minecraft, it'll add things like having to drink water and adding crazy boss fights to the game. Terra Swoop Force is generally one of the most fun adventure maps that I've ever played. It's a big adventure map which revolves around a really hard but really fun Elytra course. The best part about this map though, it's completely free. My final suggestion is End Reimagined, which is essentially gonna add a whole end update, but my main reason I suggest it is the first time I saw it, it just mind-blowed me. This what you're watching right now is actually in Minecraft, a cutscene that will play in-game. It's gonna add some amazing bosses too. Definitely gonna be worth the $8.99. Let me know if I should actually start reviewing Marketplace stuff every once in a while, because some of this stuff is really cool. If you've ever played Minecraft, you should recognize this man, but you might not realize it. His name is Samuel Aberg. That name might sound familiar because he made the 5 music discs. If for some reason you listen to this music disc, but that's not why you might recognize him. You shouldn't recognize his face either. You should recognize his voice. Samuel's job at Mojang is to make all of the different sounds. So as an example, the dolphin, he flew out somewhere to find dolphins and record them. Same thing with the pandas. A little bit more interestingly, the sound of a phantom was actually his child crying and distorted a bunch. Obviously, his kid doesn't sound like that naturally. At least I think. Yet again, you wouldn't recognize him for those sounds though. You'd recognize him for his voice. And he's somehow made some sounds for different things that I didn't even know a human voice box could produce. Let me show you some examples.
But then it becomes very angry, then it's like...
Somebody's gotta give this guy a raise. You think your friend is in creative mode, but you just can't prove it yet. And it just so happens they have admin perms. Well, let's prove that they're using creative. Make them follow you into the nether. In survival mode, it's gonna take you a few seconds before actually entering the nether. A player that's in creative mode will teleport almost instantly. Tell them that you're making a farm, and you need help from them to fill water in here. If you're in survival mode, the water bucket's obviously gonna drain. You're gonna need to go get more water. So keep a real close attention to their bucket because it shouldn't drain if they're in creative mode, which actually can be sometimes annoying in creative. Fill a double chest with whatever you want, preferably something you don't mind losing. So make them come over to it and break it in front of them. If they're in survival, well, they shouldn't be able to pick all the dirt up. Because your inventory in creative is actually just your survival inventory, anything over that you pick up is just going to be discarded. If you know that they play on mouse and keyboard, take them to a rare block or something ultra specific they wouldn't have in their inventory, like a custom banner. Then make them press middle mouse button. For you, this is going to do nothing. Unless you have one of these in your inventory, which you probably won't. If you're in creative mode, however, the pick block will instantly put that into whatever's in your hand. And if there's no reason for them to have that in their inventory, it probably means they're in creative mode. Oh, and easily the best way to tell if someone's in creative, just try and kill them. That way you'll know for sure. I'm actually upset at what the least popular C418 Minecraft soundtrack is. To skip straight to the answer, it's The End from Volume Beta. And if you didn't guess, it's a song that plays in the end. So a lot of people might not have heard it before. But the reason why I'm upset is I genuinely think it's the best song that C418 has ever made. It's less of a song and more of a work of art. The whole thing is kind of a dreamlike state, with distorted versions of a lot of the different Minecraft soundtracks. The best way I can describe this song is someone reminiscing of all of their memories of playing Minecraft and thinking about everything it took them to get here. The end of the story. Throughout the song, there's lots of glitches and breaks, almost as if the song itself is a glitch, and that we're not meant to access this. It's like we're watching someone else's memories, and the glitches make it seem like someone's trying to stop us listening to it, where at the very end, it just suddenly gets overwritten. To hide the existence of this ever happening. And to top all of it off, at the very end, it fades to the slightly eerie chirp music disc. And if you listen to it through the album like this, the transition to chirp almost feels like a you've just seen something you shouldn't on a TV kind of way, and they've had to quickly cut to a different screen to stop you seeing what you can see. If I was to ever convince you to do one thing, it would be to listen to this song with some good headphones at max volume. So everyone, please stream this song. Let's try to make it at least the second least popular Minecraft song of all time. Touring your Minecraft realms. It looks like 3 of you guys have invited me. Let's accept them all. Okay. Kind of a nice seed, but where is everything? I found... What is that? Why is there a command block? This is survival mode. What does the sign say? For high key. What? Well, there's more buttons. Oh my goodness, they got a secret door? What's in this secret door? Oh, we got a horse. We've got some farms around here. We've got a little trading hall in the works. Where does this minecart trail go? Are we duping tripwire hooks? I need to find a minecart. Oh my goodness, you little duping criminal. Nope, I don't endorse that room. Where is all the iron? Guess we're going down manually. Where did this go down to? Oh, that was disappointing. Well, hopefully I didn't expose your secret base. Cool base. Ikey hate me. Next one. Let's see if it really is fun for all, Ray. Ooh. We got some tree houses. Okay, that is definitely a mob farm that's, well, seen better days. Hello, I hope I'm in a vid. Nuh-uh. Stuff and more stuff. Oh my goodness. Welcome. This is spawn, then come here. This has to be spawned in, right? So 300 blocks this way. Well, this makes life easier. I reckon that's the pick base. What was this third place? Whoa. Oh, it's like a castle. This is cool. What on earth are we making here? Oh my goodness. I could do something very evil right now. Unfortunately for you, I'm a nice person. We're going to leave it alone. Oh, I like this little tunnel. I really can't tell based off the chest contents if they have used creative mode or not. This one, they're both online. I'm too scared to log on. Let me know if I should do this video, but with Bedrock Realms as well. I'm once again finding out about another feature that Bedrock's missing. And I just can't believe you guys haven't been more vocal about it. This whole time, Bedrock players have had very limited use of their offhand. Like, it is there, but most things just can't go in it. The only things that work: shields, arrows, fireworks, totems of undying, maps, and for some reason, Nautilus shells? That means plenty of other popular offhand items such as food, torches, flint and steel, all aren't gonna work. And apparently the reason for this is because it doesn't make sense on mobile. So just make it a toggle, right? But for all my Bedrock players, not all hope is lost. Buried deep in the latest Bedrock preview changelog, they added some new components. It's probably mainly for marketplace creators, but they made it so inventory slots can be defined as the main hand, implying the existence of a functioning non-main hand. And the last time they snuck something like this into a Bedrock changelog, they added controls for flying mobs. Now look at us. So everyone say a prayer for the Bedrock players, because I couldn't live without my offhand. Like, literally. Does anyone else find it impossible to head to coordinates? Well, not impossible, but when I do have to find the right way to go, well, it looks a little something like this. Okay, so that one's got to go down. No, this way? Yeah, and then this other one's got to go up. Which, when I'm speedrunning, that can be a real issue. Well, I found out about something in the F3 menu that's always been there, but once you learn how to use it, it's going to make traveling to coordinates 100 times easier. You know these lines where your crosshair is? Yeah, that's what we're going to be using. This green line is going to represent your up-down axis. So when traversing coordinates, that's always going to just be in front of you. If we look straight down, we can see the red and blue lines a bit easier. Red is your X coordinates, blue is your Z coordinates. When you look down, if the line is facing upwards, that coordinate is going to go up. Or if you're looking forward, positioning it behind the green line. If you want to go down a coordinate, just face that line downwards. If you're facing down, try and imagine these lines in a circle. Anything on the middle line is not going to change. Anything in the top half of the circle is going to go up, and anything in the bottom half of the circle is going to go down. So if I were to go up, up, I'd do this. Down, down, I'd do this. And something like up and down would look like this. Now all you've got to do is get used to that, and you'll be able to get to coordinates 100 times faster. Did you know if you lose a raid in Minecraft, the raiders celebrate? I've never lost a raid in Minecraft, so it makes sense that I wouldn't know this. But honestly, I didn't know that you could lose a raid. The conditions for losing a raid is every villager dies. And when I say they celebrate, I mean these guys too. So what does that entail? Well, let me go help the pillagers out and show you. Oh, this looks like the last guy. And it will say raid defeat. They're gonna play celebration sounds, raise their hands in the air, and jump about. But you might not have heard all of the celebration sounds there, which are probably some of the rarest sounds to hear in Minecraft. And some of them are really interesting. The pillagers sounds. My favorite one. The Vindicator. The Ravager's where it starts sounding creepy. Ugh. I hate that. The Evoker. And finally, the Witch. You can tell for once that's a person behind that laugh. I just don't know how I've done so many raids and never seen any of this. One of the drops for the Witch in Minecraft makes 0 sense, but I just found out it's for a really funny reason. The Witch in Minecraft can drop the following: redstone, glass bottles, glowstone dust, gunpowder, spider eyes, and sugar. All of these make sense because you can brew potions with all of these ingredients. As you know, witches brew potions, but you probably also know that witches can drop sticks, which obviously sticks can't be used to brew potions. So why do they drop sticks? People assumed that it was either a cauldron stirring stick or that it was some kind of magic wand, but neither of that's true. It's a reference to an old popular TV show called Monty Python, and this was confirmed by Dinnerbone himself. In one scene, they kidnap someone and dress them up as a witch, and they get told how to test if someone's a witch.
What do you do with witches? What do you burn apart from witches?
More witches!
Good. So, why do witches burn? Because they're made of wood. Good.
They then figured out that...
Does a wood sink in water?
No, it floats.
What also floats in water?
A duck.
Exactly.
And by their logic...
If she weighs the same as a duck, she's made of wood.
And therefore...
A witch! A witch!
Spoiler, she got burnt. If you were able to wear Minecraft armor in real life, which one would be the heaviest? To start off, all armor except from chainmail and netherite requires 35 of that material to craft a full set. You can also use 9 of that material to craft a full block. One block is exactly 1 meter by 1 meter cubed, so all we have to do is divide that by 9 and times by 35 to know exactly how much each armor set weighs. To start off, there's not a leather block, but real life medieval leather armor would weigh approximately 4 to 13 kilograms. Chainmail also exists in real life, but can't be crafted in Minecraft. A real life one, though, can weigh up to 50 kilograms. Diamond surprisingly comes in at the next lightest, only weighing around 3,100 kilograms, but it would probably be the strongest in real life. Iron armor exists in real life, but the Minecraft one definitely uses way more iron. Minecraft iron armor will weigh around 30,000 kilograms. Oh, it looks like we're missing one. That's because this armor isn't actually out yet, but the new copper armor comes in a little bit heavier than iron, weighing around 34,700 kg. Now, netherite is where it gets a little bit tricky, as we haven't figured out how to go into the nether in real life yet. But as netherite is plated on top of diamond armor, and 1 netherite ingot uses 4 gold ingots, netherite will weigh at least 37,400 kilograms, meaning our winner, gold, has a huge step up, weighing around 73,000 kilograms, which would make it heavier than the NASA space shuttle. I finally figured out what netherite is in real life. My comments have been saying it's titanium, it's tungsten, but none of that is true. See, when you combine 2 elements, especially metals, that is known as an alloy. So netherite is an alloy of gold and netherite scrap. We just need to figure out what on earth netherite scrap is in real life. Now, because of science, not everything can mix with gold to make an alloy, but gold can alloy with a lot of things just to make our life harder. Now, when it comes to gold alloys, they typically make different colors. So to make rose gold, you have to combine gold with some copper and with some silver. To make netherite, we're essentially trying to make black gold. And for that reason, I think I know what netherite scrap is. Cobalt. Because in real life, cobalt ore is found deep within the Earth's crust, and you need to smelt the ore to get raw cobalt. Just like how you have to smelt ancient debris to get netherite scrap. And when you alloy those two things together, it looks like this, looking super similar to netherite. But here's where it gets super interesting though. Mojang also made another game called Cobalt. Maybe they knew that they wanted to add netherite this whole time. If anyone watching this is a smart scientist, please let me know if I'm just wrong. Recently, I made a video about every secret room in Minecraft, but I never spoke about the secret rooms that are in the Bastion, and they can have a whole lot of loot. This is the type of Bastion you want to find. The stables. The best way to identify it, come to the very bottom and head over here. If it's a stables, it should have one single chest here. Each stables are going to have 2 secret rooms. They'll always spawn in the same place, and they'll either have a chest or they'll have gold blocks. Both are the exact same design, but just spawn in different locations. For the first secret room, find this single chest. Then head up the stairs. Once you get to the top of the stairs, you want to look for this location here. If these blocks are cracked bricks, that means that you're going to be getting a chest room. If it's a gold room, this will be blackstone. The second room, just follow around this way and head here. If this was a chest room, this block would be missing or there'd be netherrack there. For a gold room, just keep mining, and eventually you'll get to this room. You have a chance of getting 1 gold block in here, but then break this block and jump down. This room has a lot of gold. Firstly, behind here, you can have up to 4 gold blocks. You can also mine this down and place a block there to trade with piglins easy. But then over here, break this block, and then one more time, and you can have up to 8 gold blocks here, plus another one here. So if you want to get more gold than all your friends? This is definitely the way to do it. Did you know that in real life, obsidian isn't even remotely strong? Turns out to make real life obsidian, water isn't even needed. But obsidian does form when lava cools really fast, so I guess it makes sense. But obsidian isn't its own material. It's actually glass. And the fact that it's glass means it shares the same properties of glass. So in real life, you could use a rock to break obsidian. And you want to know something else that would probably break real life obsidian? That. It would most likely break throwing it on the floor, because apparently there's a scientific hardness scale known as the Mohs scale. If you've ever watched those Jerry Rig Everything scratch tests, that's exactly what he's doing here, the Mohs test. Obsidian sits around a 5 hardness. Your phone screen? That's around 6. So let's say you had your phone and some obsidian in a pocket. Your phone screen would probably scratch the obsidian. The only redeeming factor of real life obsidian, it can apparently protect you from psychic powers. So I guess that's helpful if you're like a fighting or poison type Pokemon. Yeah, that would help. If this video gets a lot of likes, maybe I'll try and buy some real life obsidian and seeing how easy I can smash it. I just found something out that's gonna change how I play Minecraft forever. It all started when someone asked me, Ollie, will you ever learn how to fast loot? What? Now I know I'm not super fast at looting. I normally just shift click everything into my inventory. Or if I'm trying to be really fast, I'll pick something up and shift double click everything into the inventory. That's pretty fast, right? If we look at the world record speedrun, I thought that they just got, what? Crazy fast at looting chests. But turns out there's a way faster way, and after only minutes of practice, just look at how much faster I've got at looting chests. To do this, when you open the chest, hold down shift the entire time, and press F to put that item in your offhand. Then left click that slot, press F to put the item back in there, and left click it again. That obviously didn't work because you need to do it really fast. Just like this. If you're struggling with the timings, hold down shift and alternate spamming F and left click. One of the craziest parts about this, there's 4 water breathing potions in here, but obviously these aren't stackable. But using this, it still works. So hey, anytime in the future you're looting the same chest as your friend, you're gonna get all of the loot before they do. I just lost one of Minecraft's rarest cosmetics purely because I am stupid. You know the copper challenge that happened a few weeks ago? Yeah, well, because everyone completed that, everyone could redeem this hat for free. It's actually really cool. But as you guys know, I'm a Java player. The only cosmetics I can get are these capes. But I do try to get all of the limited time Bedrock ones, just in case if one day in the future I want to be a Bedrock player, I have the rare cosmetics. Obviously, this hat isn't rare, but because I made a video about this challenge, Mojang gifted me an exclusive variant of this, which instead of looking like this chest, it looks like the oxidized one instead. And apparently, it's only for Minecraft influencers? I have zero idea how many people got this, but it can't be many at all, right? So, I got my code, went to redeem it in the Microsoft Store, went on Bedrock Edition, and it's not there? Then I realized my Microsoft Store account isn't the same account as my Bedrock account. So I went to check, and you guessed it. It's sitting on the wrong account, and now it's forever stuck there. So if you're a Minecraft creator that also got this, congratulations, it's more rare now. How far would you have to travel to beat Minecraft in real life? Well, we start in Bosques de la Silla in Mexico, because this is the closest village that I could find to the Nether portal in Monterrey, which was a 57-minute drive and 35.5 miles away. Once we enter the Nether, we're going to drive for 34 minutes, which is 20.69 miles away, to Monterrey Airport. From there, we fly all the way to London Heathrow. On a 12.5-hour flight, 5,243.4 miles. We flew all the way here because we have to get ender pearls, fire resistance, and obsidian. From this here, the Bastion in Southend-on-Sea. A 1 hour and 56-minute drive, 80.8 miles. The only issue is we have potions now. They probably don't allow these on flights. So, we're gonna have to drive under the sea through all of Europe to arrive at Hungary. Specifically, the Nether Fortress, which was a massive 20 hours and 25 minutes drive away, 1,190 miles. Luckily for us, we have enough obsidian to build a portal back to the overworld. And would you look at that? It's only an hour 52 drive to get to the end portal. Only 73.9 miles away, where we will enter the end to defeat the dragon. And if I add all of that up for everyone that subscribes and follows, we get a distance of 6,644.29 miles, traveling for a total of 1 day, 14 hours, and 14 minutes. Did you know there's a secret dimension in Minecraft that you can't technically access? The only reason I found out about this is I randomly thought, what on earth is an endermite? Why when you throw an ender pearl, do endermites sometimes spawn? And the answer went way deeper than I ever imagined. It's all to do with where you go when you throw a pearl. And quite literally, in Minecraft's words, you're traveling through a scary in-between dimension, which by definition is quite literally a wormhole. Inside this dimension, it's filled with scary monsters. And when you throw a pearl, you're traveling through that dimension. Endermen do the same, but instead of throwing pearls, they must just have a remote control that can open a wormhole. Nothing much. But sometimes when you travel through this wormhole, an endermite will get caught on you. And endermites don't really like when portals open to their secret dimension. So when they do get dragged through with you, well, they get annoyed at you and start attacking you and endermen. That's why endermen attack them back. Oh, I didn't mean to look at you. But the real question is, will we ever be able to see this dimension? I mean, Minecraft Live is in 3 days, but something tells me the answer is no. Did you know that most Minecraft clips are probably fake? All because of one simple command. Let me show you how easy clips are to fake. And here's the command that we do. And as you can see, I am moving significantly slower. First, we want an area where we can God bridge from. Then let's do some double extensions. Is that possible though? Yeah, okay, cool. From here, we want to land a slime block jump. Let's make a chest there. And we have to grab the slime block out of the chest. We jump down, place it and get launched up. And we'll jump to this chest, grab some planks out, craft them here, and then land a boat clutch. Now it's time for the boring part. Recording the clip. Oh my goodness, this is almost too slow. Let's try a tick speed of 2. This is a bit better. Jump. 1, 2, 3. Jump. How did I place it down there? I don't even know. Okay, right. Jump. Open this. Put that in there. Now we just need to land this slime block. There. Are we going to land it? Yes. And then we're going to jump here. Open that. Get that out. Quickly craft it. And all we've got to do is spam, click, and land. Okay, now let's put this in some editing software. We want this set to 1000% speed. And let's see how this looks. Oh my goodness, my mouse is really jittery, but maybe I just move like that. But this will be good for now. Oh, I need the song. Wait, I've got a better idea. La bi la la boo ba da 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 da. After over 14 years, Minecraft's longest ever Let's Play has just finished. Kurt J. Mech has reached the Farlands in Farlands or Bust. In case you don't know what the Farlands are, in older versions of the game, specifically up to beta 1.7.3, there was a bug where if you went far enough out, the world generation would literally break and look like this. Because the code quite literally can't count that high in coordinates. At exactly 12,550,824 blocks, you hit the Farlands. 14 and a half years ago, Kurt J. Mech was the first ever person to attempt reaching this by walking the whole distance. In the series Farlands or Bust, he's raised over $500,000 for multiple different charities. And now, on October 4th, 2025, with a world size of 86 gigabytes, Kurt has reached the Farlands.
Oh! Hey guys, my name is Kurt, and welcome to my first Minecraft video. Oh my goodness! There's balloons in the Farlands! We may not be the first people to have reached the Farlands, but in my book, we are absolutely the first to have brought along such an amazing community, a generous community, and I would not change any of it to have gotten here any sooner.
And the longest running Let's Play series in Minecraft has come to an end. Now that Minecraft has slowly been adding mob vote losers to the game, I think the next thing they should add is the Moo Bloom. Not because I want the Moo Bloom, because it would shut everybody up. The Moo Bloom to me was the most overrated mob vote ever. I voted for the glow squid on the off chance that it added glowing things. And would you look at that, we got glowing item frames and the ability for glowing signs. Now I do wish the glow would be a brighter glow, but we did get what we asked for. And people wanted the Moo Bloom because it would maybe add more flowers? You guys are some greedy little... Plus the Moo Bloom wouldn't even spawn in most places. They'd only spawn in the flower forest, which is a rare biome. Oh, and people wanted them because they're cute. But are they really that cute? It's just a yellow version of the cow with worse looking eyes. But the really crazy part is based on the reaction that people had to it not getting added, you would think that it's the cutest mob in the game by far, right? It's not even top 5. The Allay, the Copper Golem, the Sniffer, Frogs, the Axolotl. Those are just some off the top of my head that are cuter than the Moo Bloom anyway. But they should still add the Moo Bloom because I still do like them and people would finally stop complaining. What is the unluckiest Minecraft clip ever? I think I get unlucky quite a lot in Minecraft. Okay, maybe just a skill issue. To take the title of the most unlucky clip in Minecraft, there has to be absolutely nothing they could do. The unluckiest clip is probably going to be from a speedrun. Purely just because of how many worlds speedruns generate, they're more likely to see something insane. And there's two players that come to mind. Carter and Caraway. Carter first just seems to get in the most unlikely scenarios ever. Like Enderman literally forming an Enderman bridge to try and kill him. And this clip's one of my favorites. The stronghold literally generated with an Elder Guardian in it? How does that even happen? Those clips of his were absolutely insane, but they didn't actually die in any of them, so can we really say it's super unlucky? Then there's Caraway, who exclusively speedruns without resetting the seeds, no matter what happens in the speedrun. And after seeing this clip of his, I don't think it can get more unlucky.
What the? No, really. No, I would like anyone to tell me what I'm supposed to do there.
Nah, it's probably a skill issue. In my faking clips video the other day, a lot of you guys noticed that I, missed the boat clutch. And I have a confession. Out of any type of clutch in Minecraft, I just can't boat clutch no matter how many times I try. But there's no reason why it should be so hard. I just can't do it. So today, I'm not stopping until I figure it out. First, let's just try and do it normally. Look down and spam click. Oh, it worked. Was that just luck? See, now I can't hit it. So it looks like the strat is to be completely still, look directly down, and spam click, and hope I land it. But why can't I do it every time? Maybe it's because the floor is technically higher. I don't always have enough time. So let me try and do it like that. Okay, and offset. Okay, it looks like for this, my aim needs to be way too good. Let's try some new techniques. Maybe if I place it and shift midair, I'll have a little bit more room. Okay, doesn't seem like it's helping. Maybe if I hold down jump as I'm landing? Okay, is this gonna work? Nope. What if I try timing the clicks instead of spamming? That was better. It like stopped all my movement. Okay, so maybe I try time it. Oh my goodness, is that how you do it? No movement, directly down, time clicks. Oh my goodness. That's it. So for anyone else that can't boat clutch to save their life, don't spam click, stay on the spot and look directly down. And then you'll maybe hit it. I still just can't hit it. The Minecraft community really does tend to get mad at the most insane things to get mad at. But oh my goodness, is this one the most stupid one yet? In this new video called The Biome That Broke Minecraft, the video is about how they balance risk versus reward. And their golden rule is things can happen that are bad in the game, but it's always, well, the player's fault. Or there was something they could have done to prevent it happening. Like the wither can absolutely destroy your house, but that was your fault for spawning it inside your house. Or it could be something as simple as you died to a mob because you weren't prepared for the fight. But if you think about it a little bit, there's one thing in Minecraft that does not follow that rule. The creeper. It kind of blends in with everything, and its whole job is to sneak up on you and explode and kill you, which might destroy all of your hard work. And as a response to that, Jeb said,
if you would follow the rules that we have today, we would probably not add the creeper.
But they keep it anyway, because I mean, it's the creeper. It's the most iconic video game character ever. And people are mad because they said that they wouldn't add the creeper nowadays? Just imagine for a second that the creeper didn't exist. And Mojang says, hey, we're adding a new mob that sneaks up behind you and explodes, killing you and destroying all your builds. The people would be protesting in the streets. Minecraft collabed with Poppy Playtime? This add-on here literally adds things from Poppy Playtime, including the monsters into survival. But there's no way it can be that scary. Well, let's try it out. They escaped and they're looking for you. Find the tapes and put them in a TV. Speaking about finding things, though, I've hidden 3 Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 codes into this video. Oh, okay, it's a smiling critter. Apparently, they're friendly. I'm so scared all of a sudden. I need to help you? Ah, sorry, I didn't mean it. So how do I use the hand? Does it let me grab things? Okay, that's Doughy. Is he chill? He was chill in the game. Should I kill him? What are you giving me? Oh, he gave me some dye. Uh-oh. They're actually watching me. There's planes over that way. Let's go that way. Oh, hey, Huggy. Should I high-five him? Wait, he's not... Where did he go? Is he mad that I didn't high-five him? Is a cave a good or bad idea? This better not be like the cave dweller mod. Ooh, a mine shaft. Maybe those chests could... What does that mean? No! No! What? Ah! Was that just a cave sound? That was terrifying! Don't do that. Why is my heart beating? I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. Ah! What's he got? Give me the axe. Give me the axe, Huggy. Wait, he took it. That's my axe. Well, at least he didn't kill me. Ah! 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 Why did it do that? A village. Yes, yes, a village. Run, run, run. No. Give it back. You bad Huggy. Huggy, I saw you. I saw you. Get out of here. Get out of here. Ah! Whoa, 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 whoa. He grabs me. No, no, no. Leave me alone. No. 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 Ah! No, 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 no. Can I kill him? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah, kill him. Kill him. No! He killed me! If I should torture myself more with this pack, let me know. Did you know the village isn't the only structure that can generate in super flat? Others can. It's just a little bit more complex. To be able to even generate other structures, first you need to open 1.17.1, then make a super flat world. Once you've done that, instantly close the game. Then reboot that same world on the newest version, and for some reason, that will make it so other structures can generate. But because everything is all the plains biome, you can only generate things that can spawn in plains. In super flat, villager outposts spawn normally, and for the most part, so do ruined portals. But you find all of the other structures underground. How does that generate when there is virtually no underground? Mine shafts just leave holes in the ground, but if you're lucky, you still can get rails. As trial chambers are a lot taller than mine shafts, normally these will spawn underneath the bedrock level, but sometimes you will get lucky, and some will spawn above the bedrock level, making it still possible to get things like vaults inside your super flat world. It would then be fair to assume that the stronghold will generate the same. It'd be fair to assume that, but it wouldn't be right. This is what the stronghold will look like in super flat. The majority of the floor is all gone. Luckily though, the portal room will generate just like normal. And I know what you're thinking. You can get blaze rods from the nether, but annoyingly the nether generates like normal. And when you then enter the end, for some reason so does that, which I really wish it generated super flat too. Today's video is actually quite a sad one, because I found a post on the Minecraft Reddit from a 32-year-old Minecraft player called classic__guy, who has a terminal condition and has now gone into a hospice for end-of-life care. And all he wanted was his forever world to be immortalized. And it's not every day you get to play on someone else's forever world. So let's check out their nearly 7 GB world. Okay, this is my first time ever logging on. Look down there. This looks like their first ever base. I wonder what the nether looks like. This takes you straight to the nether highway. Where is this going to take us? The Palace of the Creator. Is this going to be their main base? Oh my goodness. It looks like there's every single type of banner and probably every type of armor trim too. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. They've made floating island biomes, and it looks like there's rooms for every different type of villager. And this will be where they get all of their emeralds and their farms. This is just amazing. And this is all built floating in the air. Every single type of enchanted book and farms of every different crop in the game. If I go in creative to fly, just look how beautiful this is. We have some bubble elevators that take us to a storage room, and he's left us a book. Hello, welcome to the Palace of the Creator. The palace is a little laggy as I put too many villages in the iron redstone trading hall. There's a factory? I hope the gear in the palace can make this an enjoyable starter base from their username Ventirion. You know how long it takes to breed for the dark blue axolotl? To the factory? Oh my goodness, this is deep down. They have so many crafters, all to make bamboo planks, it looks like. I've never seen an iron farm that's this big. Oh my goodness. And if you thought there wasn't enough villagers earlier, there has to be thousands of villagers in here. I'm assuming this is meant to be his palace's flag. That's so cool. And just look at it from down here. Let's go back to the original spawn. Now let's follow this path. Okay, here we are. I think this was their first proper base. They really like their high up bases, and I can see why. What an amazing Minecraft world this is. Rest in peace, Ventirion. You know those brain rot YouTube shorts where someone will do literally anything in a video game and it'll be edited like, I don't know. Well, I saw a tweet the other day and someone made it into a Minecraft mod. Let's see how long it takes me to find diamonds. Okay, there's a tree to start us off. This is so bad, and it's gonna get so awful so incredibly fast. It happens after every single block that I break. So we need to be very careful of how many blocks we're actually breaking. Okay, let's make a pickaxe. Even when I right-click! This is probably the worst video that I've ever made. Because this is a short, you guys can't even see that it goes vertical as well. This is going to take a while. Who even is that? And we have our furnace. And I need to find some iron. Oh, no! Oh, wait, he exploded. That's more blocks for me. Let's go. Realistically, though, I am going to need some coal. Uh-oh. We're going to have to kill him. Let's go. Okay, back to mining the iron. And our third iron. Wow, I'm incredibly stupid. Whoa, crazy. He opened a furnace. Iron pickaxe. I'm not even going to break these guys. Let's just run. I'm so low on health now. I can't die now. Go. We need to go deeper still, though. Oh, there's so many mobs. Keep running. Yes, we've hit deep slate. Oh, no, that's so annoying. I guess we're in the long game now. Oh, my goodness. See, that one was deserved. That was hell. Is it time for Minecon to return? The first proper Minecon was in 2011, and it happened every single year, except 2014, until 2016. Then 2017, they changed it to Minecon Earth, which was just a digital live stream, which eventually got renamed to Minecraft Live. Also in 2019, they renamed Minecon to be called Minecraft Festival, which was meant to be happening in Florida in 2020. Then, well, 2020 happened, and then it got delayed until 2022, which, yeah, it just never happened. But I think Minecraft has slowly been hinting that it's coming back. At VidCon 2024, they dipped their toes back in the water, making a Minecraft booth with YouTube Gaming. Then at TwitchCon Rotterdam this year, they officially collabed with MCC for a live event. Now TwitchCon San Diego just happened. They did another official MCC collab, had their own booth, and hosted an award show live on stage. Every single convention that's happening, Minecraft are getting more and more present. I think they're trying to remind people what Minecon is like. That and their community testing to see if there's still an audience for a Minecon. Just imagine they could have panels, competitive events, an award show, announcements. If they bring back Minecon or Minecraft Festival, trust me, I will be there no matter what. In the next Minecraft update, the Nautilus will give you infinite underwater breathing. Is that gonna help for raiding monuments? Let's find out. This is the gear that I'm giving myself. Hello to the monument. Hi everyone. Get out of my way. Oh, okay, so that might be a little bit of an issue. So we found the center room. Okay, where are they? Oh my goodness, they're doing a lot of damage. Let's just go. There's the boss. Charge! So I am noticing that suffocating is going to be a big issue. I keep accidentally jumping as well, forgetting that that's charged now. Ah, I'm about to die! Go, 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 go. Don't suffocate. Ow, ow, ow. Go down. Go down. Where? Oh, how on earth have I managed that? It'd be nice if they made it for this update, you know, a little bit bigger. There we go. We killed him. Nice. Now we need to find the next ones. Where am I? Oh my goodness. I'm back at the front door. What do you want? I know there's one at the very top. Oh, there he is. Up we go. Charge. Okay, it didn't even hit him, and I'm suffocating now. Go down, Nautilus. Oh my goodness, we nearly died. Surprisingly, he seems kind of stun-locked right now. I kind of feel bad. Yes, there we go. Nautilus, where are we? This isn't ideal. We just have one more Elder Guardian to find. Question is, how do we get to him? Wait, it might be this room. Are we near? There's lots of normal guardians here. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. Where am I? I'm gonna suffocate. No! Where are you? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? It was just over here. So it looks like the answer is yes. You can loot it using the Nautilus. Just be prepared to suffocate quite a bit. Minecraft, if you're watching this, if you could update these to be 1 block taller, that would be amazing. I've been seeing clips of Minecraft servers of people freaking out because their bedrock got leaked. And it turns out you can actually find where someone's base is using where their bedrock is. But it's not as easy as you think. As you can't break bedrock in survival, and you can't obtain it either, that means wherever the bedrock is wherever it naturally spawned. And each chunk has its own unique bedrock formation. Let's not worry about the deeper bedrock. Let's just use its top layer. As one chunk is 16 by 16, that means there's 256 blocks in one layer. Each block has a chance of either bedrock or not bedrock, meaning there's a total of 115 quadrivigintillion possible variations. Or to be more specific, this many possible variations. So it's safe to say you probably won't find a chunk with the same formation. But most of the time you won't see a full chunk worth of bedrock spots. Because the variation number is so high, even if you could only see a small spot like this big, at only 6 by 6, there's this many possible variations. So all it would do would take someone to plot this out, then using some software to scan the seed of the server to look for anywhere this bedrock formation appears, and chances are, it's probably only found exactly where you're standing. It's not going to be long before, oh, they found your base. I just found out the sad news that Kanzi, the world's smartest animal, unfortunately passed away at age 44 back in March of 2025. The same ape that beat Minecraft. Wait! Cut the sad music. The ape that beat Minecraft? We can't have sad music when talking about an ape this cool. Using a touchscreen and a custom-made mod to make ape-friendly controls, Kanzi was taught to play Minecraft by rewarding him with peanuts every single time he did the right thing. Now, an ape being taught to play Minecraft is already impressive enough, but they didn't stop there. About a year ago, they taught Kanzi to fight the Ender Dragon. Most people that play the game haven't even done that. I mean, every step of beating the game. Chris the Cow, the YouTuber that filmed this, helped guide Kanzi to do the right things. But then Kanzi just went off without help, using a crossbow to shoot the end crystals first try, shooting the dragon mid-air, whilst mid-air, eating when he needed to regen health. And you're not going to believe me when I tell you this next part, so let me just show you. They taught Kanzi to water bucket clutch? Shout out to the Ape Initiative that did this. Those guys are insane. And rest in peace to Kanzi. That's my goat right there. Do not trust a boat in Minecraft when it comes to preventing full damage. I know that sounds dumb because boats in Minecraft, well, famously, prevent you from taking any full damage. But yesterday, I was speedrunning and this happened. So I did some digging and I found a bug report from 2017 essentially just saying that I got really unlucky because from these very specific heights your boat will break and you'll die from fall damage. Now I fell down the rabbit hole. Why would it do that? So I looked into it even more and I finally found the reason. When falling in a boat, the speed of falling increases by 0.04 blocks each tick, and there are 20 ticks in a second, which is just how often the Minecraft code checks for game updates, checking for things like has the player taken damage. There are two key things to the boat fall damage thing that the game has to check every single tick. The player's status, which can either be in air or on land, and then for some reason a second check being on ground, which is either true or false. For these really specific heights where your boat breaks, your boat is 0.0000000 blocks away from the floor, so on ground is false, but the status checker has a little bit of leeway. So your player data will update to say on land and on ground equals false. And for some reason, the game interprets that as you're falling without a boat. So it uses your velocity to calculate your fall damage and... Good and bad news, though. Good news, this does seem to be patched in the most recent version. Bad news, speedrunners use 1.16. Yeah, you just can't trust boats anymore in speedruns. People always complain about Bedrock being buggy, but there's one bug on Bedrock that I wish Java did have. I don't think there's actually a name for this bug, so I'm gonna name it the Bedrock Gates of Hell. Everyone knows that old versions of Java Minecraft have the Far Lands. Bedrock Edition even has the Stripe Lands, which spawn about 16.7 million blocks out. And while they look cool, they are completely unplayable. I mean, just look how buggy this is. Plus, anything further than 8.3 million blocks, you're just gonna fall through the terrain anyway. The real fun is anything past 2.8 million blocks. Although by this point, the game is quite jittery, everything else in the game acts completely normal. But you might not realize, the game rendering has started breaking down. This is where a mountain was meant to be, but the game failed to render it. Not only did it just not render it, it completely didn't generate any natural terrain, leaving these giant chasms straight to bedrock. And the game sees these giant chasms as a perfect spawn for a giant lava lake 100% of the time. Not only does this look incredible, you might have noticed I got pretty lucky with an ancient city being here. But as you might know, ancient cities spawn underneath mountain biomes, so more likely than not, you're gonna find an ancient city in these giant chasms too, making this a true gateway to hell. The ender chest in Minecraft is one of the most useful items in the game. The issue is, people never use it to its full potential. You only have 27 slots. Don't just throw stuff in it. Organize it like this. Firstly, have a few slots for things that you need in a big emergency where you don't have much time. For this, I'd put in things like blocks, a totem, some rockets, golden apples, and fire resistance. For the rest of the ender chest, we're gonna fill it with color-coordinated shulker boxes. The first one, fill it with a full set of gear. This one's just in case you die, and you might have to get all of your stuff back. This just means you won't die on the way. Ideally, keep an ender chest next to your spawn point, maybe even world spawn 2, just in case this happens. Next, a whole entire shulker box full of food. This way, you only need to get more food once in a blue moon, as you can just take it from this shulker box instead. Similar to that, a whole shulker box full of fireworks if you use an elytra. The red shulker box, a whole shulker box filled with redstone materials. I know this seems excessive, but you will regret not making this when you need it. I always use a light blue shulker for any valuables. You don't want to ever lose these, so this way you never will. To make your life easier, you're going to want to fill this with useful things. These items will be quite personal to what you use the most, so here's some of the things that I put in mine just so you can use it as some inspiration. And finally, everyone needs to realize you don't need all of these tools at all times, including your fortune pickaxe and your channeling trident. Put them in your ender chest and save you some inventory room. Guys, what happened to YouTubers having fun banners? Myself included. Back in the day, a banner was the most important part of a channel. Apart from the videos, I guess. But now, everyone just puts subscribe to me, and we need to change that. See, mine was a little cool because this bar auto-updated. But the website that auto-updated this shut down. I was wondering, do cool banners still exist? So I asked you guys. And you actually gave me some really good answers. I want to join the cool banner group, so let's get rid of this. I was thinking a super flat world like this, and we'd theme it with copper golems. I'm thinking, imagine these guys walking, holding things. Now, I want 2 in the middle to carry me like this, and then a few other ones would carry like little signs. Something like, this is my Instagram, this is my Twitch. So let's try and figure out how to animate this. Wish me luck, I don't know how to animate. I do know how to use Minimator a little bit though. Wait, it's not been updated since 2023? Oh no. That means I'm gonna have to learn Blockbench. I don't know how to use this. I've got a better idea. This will be a long-term goal where I learn to animate. And for now, let's generate a mannequin. All we have to do is remove these and summon here. That's terrifying. It looks like I'm dead. Let's use a lightning rod like this and try again like this. Okay, so it's better. That's a bit better. Let's make these signs. Banner in progress. Let's make all of these glow. Take a screenshot. Oh, for goodness sake, one of them oxidized? I'm just uploading this as is. It's not even viewable on mobile? Oh, for goodness sake, I don't care. Well, there's my new banner for now. But you guys see the vision for when it's done, right? This is gonna sound impossible, but I genuinely think one of the best Minecraft YouTubers doesn't even make Minecraft videos. It's Brick Machines, who makes Lego videos. But how on earth does this make them one of the best Minecraft YouTubers? Well, they make Minecraft Legos. But they don't just build the sets. They make redstone farms out of Lego? The first one he did was this cobblestone generator farm that has a moving Steve character that breaks the cobblestone, which it then drops down, gets sent back to the start, and pushed out by a piston again. But he didn't stop there. The build after that, he made an automatic sugarcane farm. The average player doesn't even know how to make that in Minecraft. In this build, it has randomly growing sugarcane, then pistons that appear to push it, and then it looks like there's sugarcane in the water, which will then flow down into a hopper that goes into a chest. That itself is cool enough, but when you open the chest, there's a speaker that tells you how much sugarcane has been farmed. I saw this and assumed it couldn't get any more advanced than that, right? He made a crafting table that you can actually put items on top, then it will detect what items are in what slot, take those items off the top, and then give you the crafted output? How do you even figure out that you can do that? I get hundreds of comments every single day asking me the same question, but I've never answered it until now. Why on earth do I talk like this in all of my videos? What is with this shorts voice? Why am I shouting? Well, I've got a confession. This is what my normal voice sounds like. I know, people are probably cheering, thinking, oh my goodness, he's not shouting. Bad news though, I'm gonna keep on speaking like this. It's not that it isn't my voice, it's just louder with more exaggerated emotions. On that note, when I do this with my voice, it's not a voice crack, I'm just putting more emotion in my voice. You think I wouldn't edit it out? Anyway, but there is a very specific reason why I do this voice. And no, it's not so little 5-year-old brain rot kids keep watching. Let me just show you and see if you can figure out why. Here's the start of my video from the other day. People always complain about Bedrock being buggy, but there's one bug on Bedrock that I wish Java did have. And here's how it would sound in my normal talking voice. People always complain about Bedrock being buggy, but there's one bug on Bedrock that I wish Java did have. Do you see it? It just makes what I'm talking about sound boring. If I didn't sound interested, why would people be interested in watching? Good news though, I still sound normal in my streams, because I couldn't do this voice for hours. This name right here is a Minecraft YouTuber you should know, but chances are you have no idea who it is, or maybe it just rings a bell and you can't think why. But Varied is one of the most influential names in Minecraft before he quit in 2014. But what should you know him from? Well, you know the official Minecraft trailer from back in the day? Minecraft didn't make that. He made that. He made this fan-made trailer that was so popular that Minecraft asked him to make the official one that now has 176 million views. After that, he made a few other trailers and some machinimas like the Meet the series that you might have watched years ago, all before making his most influential thing. He was the literal creator of Minecraft survival games? Like the original map that you know. He made that. And every iconic survival games map you can think of, yep, he made them too. All 7 of them. And surely he was done there, right? Nope. After that, he even made Trouble in Mineville too. Years ago, that was the most popular minigame on Minecraft. And then he quit because he wanted to make videos in his primary language, Norwegian, which he still does. And he's now one of the biggest Norwegian-speaking YouTubers in the whole world. What can't this guy do? Minecraft has just commemorated Kurt J. Mack reaching the Farlands with this new splash text. One does not simply walk to the Farlands. But this isn't actually the only creator reference in a splash text that Minecraft has done. What are the others? We all know about the Technoblade Never Dies splash text. Rest in peace to Techno. Filza Had a Good Run was added after Filza died to a spider in his 5-year hardcore world. And before you comment it, no, it wasn't a baby zombie. It was the spider that did the final hit. Aw, man. There's no need for me to even explain what that one is. High key. That splash text is a reference to me, right? Right, guys? Joking aside, I would love them to add more splash text that reference creators for really big things in the Minecraft community. Like Parkour Civilization was huge. What if they made a splash text that said jump for the beef? Another creator that definitely deserves a splash text is Stampy. If they added the splash text make a lovely world, that would be an amazing reference. And to the people that didn't get the reference, well, it would just look like a normal splash text anyway. If other creators were getting their own splash texts, there has got to be one for that one-ish video. What about Glory to Westhout? Honestly, there's so many different things they could add. What other creator splash text would you love to see in the game? I made my mum, who's never played Minecraft, play Minecraft with 0 instructions, just to see if it's possible for a brand new player to figure out how to play the game without any help. And it went wrong, because it didn't look like it was her first time playing Minecraft. It looked like it was her first day alive. Oh my goodness.
The controls to move are W, A, S, and D. I'm never going to remember that. D? No, D is back. W is forward. What is A? A is left. I think I'm in a dark space. Oh, I'm losing lives. Why am I losing lives? Oh, am I underwater? The recipe book can help. Where's the recipe book? Oh, is that the recipe book? It's gone very dark. Like I'm in space or something. There's a pig. There's a pig. What does that mean? Do I need to run from the pig? Maybe he's helping me. Maybe he's like a guide. I don't understand because when I was looking at it before, it was daytime and it's now nighttime. Oh, I'm back under freaking ground again. How bizarre. That is absolutely bonkers. So I was looking for that light source, and as I moved over to try and find it, it's now become daylight. He's just smiling. Oh, did he push me or did I just fall? I'm underground. I'm dying. I'm dead.
The full video's out now if you want to torture yourself with that. I heard that this Minecraft mod is the most reasonable way to deal with someone that you don't like. You should probably stand a few blocks away though. A few hundred maybe. It's also quite effective on villagers, especially when they're playing that game where they don't give you the right book. Okay, it might be a little bit expensive, but I promise you it's gonna be worth it. This looks like it could do the trick. Let's run a safe distance away though. Oh my goodness. And it's that house right there. Yeah, this seems like it should be reasonable. What? Oh! I thought a railgun was meant to shoot rails. What is this? What on earth is happening? Those are circles. Oh my goodness. Hopefully I'm far enough away. This looks quite a big radius. Oh my goodness, it feels like is it pulling me in? It's pulling me in. Okay, let's try and stay back. Uh-oh, I might be in danger. Wait, are we safe? Oh my goodness! That might have been a little bit overkill. Okay. I think I'm safe. Let's go check the damage. Oh, it does look like it's impacted some of the other houses. My bad. Oh my good. Is that deleted the bedrock? I saw this post by Tiny Worlds on Reddit, and I think they found the best use for a bundle in the game. As you probably know, bundles in Minecraft can hold up to a stack of mixed items and only take up 1 slot, which is really handy for things like random seeds. So instead of taking up 4 slots, you can make them only take up 1 slot. So what makes this bundle of random items so cool? Well, apparently, one bundle has exactly enough slots for a tent campsite, which you can use as a temporary starter base. Let's see if this actually works. By the base of a mountain is the perfect site for a tent. Let's make it in this area here. Let's take all of our items out. 1, 2. So this is about how big our tent will be. Let's pop some fences on the back so no mountain goats get us. Switch to white, back to yellow, white again, and 1 more yellow. This is cool enough already, but we're not done yet. We've got a barrel, a little light source on top, and a crafting table here. We have the perfect amount of wool and wood to make ourselves a bed where we can set our spawn. Fences up here, 1 here, and 1 here. It's amazing that this can fit in a bundle, but let's make it more cozy. Some food growing down the sides. And what would a camp be without a campfire? Oh my goodness. All of this from 1 inventory slot? I'm gonna make tons of these bundles for my survival world. This is awesome. I've just been sent a map that's meant to contain Minecraft's best optical illusions. So let's check it out. The lines appear to bend. Do they? Oh, wait, if I focus on it right? Oh my goodness, they are bending a little bit. Are they actually bending at all? No, it's just 3 wide. Whoa! They made a circle in Minecraft? How on earth have they done that? Oh, this is 1 block higher, but it looks so 2D. The base goes one way, but the top part goes another way. I don't get it. It just looks like a normal base. Oh, it's like not actually connected. Oh, so it looks like it's 1, but it's actually overhanging on one of the sides. That's cool. Okay, this one looks like a building from like a film. Can I go close? Oh. Hold on. No way! Oh, no, I don't like this. This is way too trippy. And it's because it goes over the voids. This would be cool in a dropper map. Speaking of the dropper, I love the dropper. Oh, my goodness. This one hurts my head. Do I land it? Oh, it's a slime block. Oh, wait, that like grows. Wait, this is 2D? How does like a mountain grow on this though? That's weird. Both zombies are the same size. No, they're not. Look from a different angle. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. They are the same size. No, I can't work that one out. Press F1, look and walk forward. Wait, how on earth is that possible? Like, this looks like create mod. Huh? How does someone even figure this out? Okay, yeah, this one just hurts my head. I'm done with these optical illusions. I've enjoyed your guys' Minecraft realms for over 2 months now. But that was intentional. Because I don't want to see what you built for me. I want to see what your realms look like normally. So, it's time to see... Everyone else is expired? Well, I guess we're joining Word Spice City. Oh my goodness, it was deactivated. It looks like these two that I joined before were the only ones that survived. I guess we're checking those ones out then. Oh, it's not even an SMP anymore. It's just capture the flag. Oh my goodness, there's a parkour leaderboard though. Yep, I ain't done a parkour video for years now. I want to set a good time. How do I make that jump? Am I just bad at Minecraft? Let's get a run up. Hey, there we go. Let's shift and jump. How? Could I maybe Neo it? Oh my goodness, you can Neo that jump. Hold on. I couldn't even get in there in the first place. This is as far as I've got. Oh, come on. I give up. I'm not setting a time. Let's see how the Falcon SMP is looking. Okay, this has definitely been reset, which is kind of what I want. Oh, thank you for the starter gear. Appreciate that. That definitely wasn't meant for me. Where is everyone's houses? I can't find anything. Oh, no, and it's hitting nighttime. This is the only player activity I can see, so maybe I go this way? Wait, is that an underwater base? Oh, that definitely looks like an underwater base. This is what I'm talking about. I found you. What do we got in here? Is this it? Oh, for goodness sake. I'm done with Java Realms. There's one super rare thing in Minecraft that I've only came across a few times. And there's a good chance that you've never seen it. Unless you frequently do really long ocean travel on a boat. If that's the case, you might have wondered, why on earth is there one random chicken in the middle of the ocean? Now, this doesn't indicate any player activity, except the chunks being rendered. However, if you do see multiple chickens in the same place, there's a good chance that there's a base below this ocean. As you obviously know, the ocean doesn't have any blocks of mobs to spawn on. However, at nighttime, the drowned can start spawning. And the drowned is considered a variant of the zombie, meaning because the chicken jockey can spawn, so can the drowned jockey. But the natural spawning of the chicken jockey is when the game decides to spawn a baby zombie, the game will look in a radius of 10 by 10 by 6 to see if there's any chickens in there. If there is, that zombie has a 5% chance of spawning on top of the chicken. However, if this 5% chance fails, there is a further 5% chance that the baby zombie will spawn with its own chicken. But if this happens with a baby drowned, the chicken will disconnect from the drowned and eventually float to the surface. The funny thing with this chicken, he is now naturally going to pathfind to the nearest piece of land. Yeah, good luck with that little chicken. My tier list board is bigger today because we're going to be ranking the rarest capes in Minecraft. Starting with the Mojang capes, and I don't actually know the difference between these. This one's called Mojang, this one's called Mojang Studios, and this one's called Mojang Classic. Do you reckon they judge each other in the office based on what cape they have? All three of these are super cool. I think the brown one, though, is definitely the coolest. S, A, and S again. Next are the thank you capes. The translator, there's a few different variants of this cape, but they all look the same except one difference. Inside these capes, this one has a T for translator, but the other ones have the country flag that you translated to. The cape itself, though, it's not the coolest design, but I'm going to bump it up for the inside thing. I'm putting that in B tier. The Mojira cape for moderating the bug forum. The gold's nice, but does it just look like a gorilla to anyone else? That's also going in B tier for me. The Realms map maker one, though, that might be one of the best looking capes in Minecraft. Easy S tier. Next, the awards section. The Cobalt and the Scrolls one were for people high up in the leaderboards of Mojang's two other games. The Star one's for the millionth customer. Design-wise, this one looks amazing. Going in A tier for me. This one I can't even tell what it's meant to be. So sorry, Scrolls, you're going in C tier. This one's not the nicest looking, but the millionth customer? That's quite cool. So that part puts it up a little bit to B tier. The turtle cape looks great, but it's just a picture of a turtle on a cape, which is kind of like the Star cape, so I'm putting it in B tier. The DB cape is really interesting. It was given to a musician Nudge liked called Danny B Style. So having a personalized cape is the biggest flex. But the username of this account has been changed to Debug. I'd guess that the account was sold or hacked, and they named it Debug to try and make sense with the cape. But it doesn't have the personal touch, and the personal touch takes away everything. So what was an A tier is now an F tier to me. The Prismarine cape is so simple, but it just looks so good. So I'll very confidently put that one in A tier. The Snowman cape has a bunch of levels of lore to it, and design-wise it's clean, but it's no different to this one. For that reason, it also goes in B tier. And the final one, the Spade cape. Oh my goodness, this one looks nice. So I'm giving this one another S tier. So this is my complete rare capes tier list. It's been over 2 months since I last played in your Bedrock Realms, but that was intentional because I don't want to see what you built for me. I want to see what your realms are like normally. Also, if you invite me to your Bedrock Realm after my Java Realms video, you weren't quick enough. I filmed this video weeks ago. We have 4 active realms. Let's join them. Oakland Village. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I've been caught. Wow, this is like a proper server. Who are you, friend? I wanted to be incognito, not people find me. Name, HIGHKEY. I feel like I'm being interrogated. I'm gonna run. I'm running. What is this? They're killing me! Oh, when the server owner sees this, they're gonna get mad at you for hitting me. Wait, they're in creative. Noah's skyscraper. Hopefully they won't see me from up here. Okay, yeah, I forget that they can fly. Okay, that's definitely cheated in. Oh, they TP'd me down. Oh, they wanting to show me something? Mayor of the month. I'm mayor of the month. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, something tells me they use cheats. Who is the owner? That's my shine to leave. See, no one's online on this one. This one will be safe. Hello, newcomers. The city of Crafty Town. Head through the forest until -600. Okay. Are we nearly at Crafty Town? I found Crafty Town. Wait, they've got quite a good town going on here. There's a lighthouse. Pretty house. Find the ladder to... Wait, is this a maze? You found the ladder. Where am I? I'm just stuck now. Oh no, I just broke someone's bed. I hope you're not mad at me. See, this is what I wanted. Like, they have a police station. This is such a fun community server. They have an iron golem iron farm. This is a very cool server. On to the next. Western Craft. What do we got here? Where is civilization, though? Oh, I think it's over there. Wait, is this it? 28 days of playtime and this is all you got? That's enough Bedrock Realms for now. Most people get better at Minecraft slowly over time. As the more you play the game, the more you're going to learn about it. But there are some things in Minecraft where you have to go out of your way to learn something and practice it. So, here's some of the best things that you can learn to do that'll make you way better at Minecraft. If you didn't have a 2020 Bed Wars phase, you probably don't know how to speed bridge. But this can be one of the most useful skills to learn in Minecraft. Although doing this over something like lava sounds like an unnecessary risk to take, once you figure it out, it's actually quite easy to do. And with a little bit of practice, you'll be able to do this easily, even with your eyes closed. Whilst we're in the nether, knowing how to root a bastion is a really useful skill. Not only will you end up knowing all of the places to find secret gold blocks, allowing you to get golden piglin drops easy, it'll also mean that you don't accidentally run into dead ends and end up dying to piglins. The default sensitivity in Minecraft is 100%. If you play with your sensitivity like this, learn to play with a much lower sensitivity. In a stressful situation with high sensitivity, it can be really easy to miss your shots. It'll take a while to get used to a lower sensitivity, but once you do, it's going to allow your aim to be way more precise. And finally, stop spam hitting. It doesn't work anymore. Instead, learn to time crits. I don't mean to alarm anyone, but I just found out that Minecraft has been hit with the Mandela effect. Because there's something very specific about the game that I remember that never existed. You see, originally, this video is going to be about every single way in the Minecraft history that you could break bedrock in survival. In case you don't know, by building this machine and by flicking this lever, going underneath this trapdoor, and spam clicking a piston here, this happens. And when you break the piston, the bedrock underneath is gone. After that, I was going to talk about this older method. And when I went to go check what version it worked on, I found out it never existed. And there's also no trace of people talking about this on the internet anywhere. So I'm making this video to see, does anyone remember the old way of breaking bedrock? I remember very specifically, if you put dirt underneath bedrock, use the hoe to turn it into farmland, and then put seeds down, these seeds would then be in the same layer as the bedrock, making it break. But now if dirt is underneath bedrock, you can't make it farmland. I remember doing this. I also remember it vividly getting patched. Did I completely make this up, or does anyone else remember this? I knew that Mojang hired mod makers. I just didn't realize how many mod makers they've hired. So here's, I think, every single mod maker that made a mod so good, Mojang hired them. The one that everyone knows by now is King B-Dogs, who made the Aether mod. He's been hired as a game designer, and since he's joined, he's notably designed two very cool mobs, the Warden and the Strider. Nembot is also quite a well-known Minecraft dev. I didn't even know he got hired for his mod making, but he now works at Mojang as a software developer after making the carpet mod. That one mod that's in every single mod pack that you use that you have no idea what it does. Basically, it adds a bunch of commands, but it's also used to make a lot of mods. Peterix was initially hired to help improve the launcher because he did such a good job making multi-MC. I'm not too sure if he still works at Minecraft, but I googled his real name and it told me that he's the goalkeeper for the Blackhawks. Assuming it's a different guy. Back in 2012, Minecraft bought out Bucket, which is a tool for Minecraft servers. And when they did that, they also hired 4 people that worked on it. Dinnerbone, Grum, Evil Seth, and Tug. Obviously, I knew Dinnerbone and Grum. I didn't know they got hired for a mod as well. Evil Seth and Tug, though, have both left the company since. Another quite well-known Minecraft employee, KojoMax99, they made a mod called Tropicraft, which improved the ocean a lot. Funnily enough, they also joined around the same time as the ocean update, and their time at Minecraft has been mainly fixing bugs, but they were also the person behind the bad omen effect. So if you want to work at Minecraft, you should probably start making one of the biggest Minecraft mods of all time. Only a few years ago, Minecraft were really strict with what companies they collabed with. Now, we see Minecraft collab with companies all the time, which means there's been a few random ones. Like when the Minecraft movie came out, Albert Bartlett collabed with Minecraft. You probably don't know who that is. It's a British potato company, and they had special edition Minecraft movie potatoes. Maybe they made the potatoes for the movie. Another food product to do with the movie, TrueMoo, a milk company, made a literal creeper green carton of milk. Like the carton wasn't green, the milk itself was green. I was also really confused when they collabed with Burberry, which if you don't know, Burberry is like one of of the most fancy, expensive, high fashion brands ever. Like people that wear Burberry live in houses like this. And then out of nowhere, they just made Minecraft themed things. They even had cosmetics for Bedrock. Another similar expensive brand was Swarovski, who make those really fancy crystals. Yeah, they just randomly made Minecraft crystals. They look so cool. But I think by far the most insane one was Jeep saying to Minecraft, hey, in your movie, in that one scene where someone gets run over, yeah, can you run them over with our car? Also, make Jennifer Coolidge say,
everyone wants to sue me once I hit them with my Jeep Grand Cherokee.
The thing is, I don't even dislike any of these collabs. Just how on earth did they happen? When did Minecraft YouTubers suddenly get so good at building? I saw this video on Instagram the other day, and the guy went and watched some old Stampy videos and realized, although it looks cool as a collective town, his actual building ability is one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers. It was... let's just say the standards for building as a Minecraft YouTuber are significantly higher now. But when did that happen? It definitely didn't feel like it happened gradually over time. I can remember YouTubers being bad at building, and then suddenly everyone was really good. The earliest I can think of people being really good at building is Green's Hermitcraft Season 7 base. Just look at this. This base was from 2020, so I googled Hermitcraft Season 6 base, and assumingly the best of each season would pop up, with Season 6 being Green's amazing base again. Then I started counting back seasons. Season 5, Impulse's base was amazing. Season 4, I'm a big fan of Scar's base. In Season 3, I found this winter village, and Season 2, it was just the standard stone and wood building. So I think it's fair to say Season 3 of Hermitcraft was when Minecraft YouTubers randomly got good at building, which was between 2014 and 2016. Before that, it was, nostalgic, probably the best word. It's finally time. Let's actually complete this banner. Right now, this is my banner, which reads, banner in progress, I'm learning to make it. And it's finally time to learn to animate. As Minimator isn't updated anymore, Animal Mace said I should use this mod called Blockbuster. Apparently, this is what they use for all of their videos. Hopefully, that's not a secret and I've just leaked it. But I'll be honest, I can't figure this mod out. Luckily for me, though, I found a random download link, and apparently someone's updated Minimator themselves. I'm sure this is safe to download. Well, it's too late now. Well, it looks like normal Minimator. Can I make the ground concrete in this one? Oh my goodness, I can. The real question, does it have the copper golem? It does! Okay, so to start off, I need 3 of these. Perfect. And they are going to be carrying me. Let's make me lie back and put me on top of the golem. Move them closer together. Oh, the leg! Okay, great. Now we need to move their arms up to carry me. And these guys need to be walking. Now we need to sort my pose. Let's lean up a bit, pop our arms up, and let's kick out our legs a little bit. And after some tweaking, this looks perfect. I can give a copper golem my skin? That's terrifying. Anyway, we need more copper golem. These ones are going to be walking normally, though. There we go. This is looking amazing. Now we need signs. Let's go for mangrove. And we're going to put them on the copper golem's heads. Rotate that. This looks perfect. Now, what time looks the best? Oh, I like this. Okay, for now, let's render the image and save. Okay, we're now in Photoshop. Here's how the banner looks so far. This time we got a size guide, though. Oh my goodness, that's perfect. Although these signs, we want to add some little shout outs, and we'll make this one Twitter. This section up here, though, can only be seen on TV. Let's give them a little secret. Changes published. Let's see. Oh my goodness, it looks perfect. This video might be a little bit unethical, but how do you make sure that you build a trap where they can't survive? Firstly, we're going to make it quite big, just so you can guarantee that they're going to fall in the trap. Next, we need to decide what goes on the bottom. We're not going to put lava because we want to keep these items for ourselves. And the obvious choice is dripstone. We're going to do 3 high dripstone for maximum damage. This is a good enough trap as it is, but we can make it better. A smart player might try and clutch on the wall. So we're going to replace them with crafting tables until it looks something like this. That's because when they're falling, if they want to try place a block, they're going to panic and open the crafting table, which will reduce their time to respond. If they're smart, though, they'll know to shift click and they'll be able to place a block, which is where most people would place buttons to prevent that. But you can still clutch that. To be fair, it's very hard, but if you timed it, you can shift click on this button and place a block here to survive. Or waterlog the block to place water and break the button. This is where I like to use banners and place them going all the way around. Banners have a lot of benefits over buttons. You're not going to be able to waterlog them at all, and banners can be placed on banners to be floating, meaning we can completely prevent people doing this by just placing banners in all of the middle blocks. Not only making the trap more disorientating, but making it completely impossible to clutch. An insane speedrun strategy has just been found, and the Minecraft world record has been halved just 2 days after the strategy was discovered. The category for this record is set seed any %, meaning everyone uses this seed and glitches are allowed. All the world records are set on this seed because just under spawn is a stronghold with a 12-eye portal. The previous world record was 54 seconds by punching the dragon, reopening it and punching it again and repeating that process until the dragon died. But that world record is now 34 seconds because someone found a bug that skips the end fight straight to the credits. Firstly, a player called Myron discovered a ghost dimension that then inspired a player called Crafterdark to eventually finding out using redstone in the end, dying and returning into the pool after changing their settings something like this. Something to do with that ghost dimension. When they re-enter the end, it makes the game try to send the player back to the overworld, which triggers the end credits, skipping the end fight, making this world record now stand at 34 seconds. Once again, this is only 2 days after discovering this credit warp bug, and I'm sure in the coming days, maybe even before this video's out, there's gonna be even more faster runs. And we might see Minecraft beaten by a player in under 30 seconds. What is the highest FPS I can get in Minecraft with 0 mods? I've spent thousands of dollars upgrading my PC to the point where it's pretty much a NASA computer to only play Minecraft. For this challenge, I'm only letting myself use the most recent version, and this is how much FPS I normally get. You see what I mean? It's already hundreds. So our first attempt, we're gonna turn our clouds from fancy to off and particles to minimal. And it's maybe a bit better, but not too much. But because I turn off clouds, look what happens when I look up at the sky. 2,200 FPS? The biggest thing to improving your FPS, though, is turning your render distance and your simulation distance to the minimum. And oh my goodness, we're at 2,000 normally. But we can still get better than this. Let's try making a super flat world. And if we stand completely still, we can get over 2,500 FPS. Wait, if rendering blocks makes it lower FPS than the sky, let's make another super flat world where we delete everything. Turn all spawning off to start with and create world. Oh my goodness, it's so dark. Let's try our FOV at 30 and let's turn off everything like smooth lighting. Okay, it's climbing. What if I fly up? Oh my goodness, it's getting higher. 2,600! 2,630. Okay, I have one more idea to get it higher. Bedrock Edition. I'm somehow only getting 1,000 FPS? Maybe Java's more optimized than Bedrock now. But is there anyone that thinks they can beat me? I'm challenging you. Tag me in a video if you somehow do manage to beat me. This may be the worst spawn that I've ever had. Okay, let's have... Oh my goodness, that's so cool! How could that be the worst seed? Although thinking about it, how on earth do you get out? Let's see how long it would take. Firstly, is this seed even real? Oh my goodness, it is. This is so cool. Timer starting now. Okay, I probably shouldn't sprint too much. I should try and find a chest to get some loot, but I've got to be very careful for how I move about. Now, where are we going to find some chests? How on earth do we get up here? How dumb of an idea is this? If you surround it completely in wool, you should be able to open the chest without it alerting the things. Maybe this will work? Oh my goodness, it worked. Yeah, there's nothing in this chest. Was there any more chests? There was one here. Please be safe. Yes, but there's nothing in it again. This is meant to be like the best loot in the game. Why am I getting such awful loot? That detector's in front of the chest? But I don't see any shriekers. How on earth did you detect me? Okay, quickly open this. Diamond pants. This looks like it could have chests in maybe. Oh, for goodness sake. I think the next time spawns the warden. And there's still nothing good. All I'm getting is these. Okay, those are very good. I don't know if we can get away with it. Maybe if we block the shrieker off too, it'll be fine. Oh, no, it's not fine. And there was nothing in it. Run! I forget that it's 3 strikes and then you're out. Uh-oh, okay, maybe we should just get out of here. There's a warden spawn now. Okay. Oh, I spawned another one. Let's just get as many wall blocks as we can. And it's getting nighttime. Okay, I'm heading out of here. Oh, no, I spawned another warden. Quick. Please don't smell me. How do I get out of here? Okay, we got to try and get that way. Can I make that? There's no way. I got to just try and catch every block that falls and it's not working. Please let me catch just one. There's no way I can make that jump, right? We got no choice. This block or that block? I feel like that block. Okay, well, I missed the jump. Can I find diamonds when every single block texture is stone? Okay, let's give this a go. And we're spawning in what looks like a plains? See, grass actually has adaptive color so that it looks different in each kind of biome. But that's our only indicator of what biome we're in. Oh my goodness, is that a cherry grove? This is the most depressing cherry grove I've ever seen. Even the petals. Well, let's start with our cherry wood. Oh my goodness, even the breaking animation is stone texture. Let's start by getting some stone. You wouldn't think I need it. And let's get a real stone pickaxe. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to be able to see iron ore or coal ore. Although I at least know when it does drop, it should drop, as coal. Let's get the most we can get because we're not going to find this very easy. This cave looks nice. Our first mission is going to be finding iron. And it's actually just going to be chance if I dig on it or not. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Oh, hold on. Oh, it was cold. I bet I've mined like right next to some as well. Okay, let's go deeper into the cave. Please, game, I'm begging you. Just some iron. That's our first pickaxe gone and no iron. Oh my goodness. Is that what I think it is? Oh, we're in danger. That means I can easily just fall in a lava pool without noticing. Lapis? Wait, can't diamonds sometimes spawn near lapis? But it doesn't matter because we still need to find iron. And there's going to be some here. Maybe in the walls? Wait, hold on. These blocks are orientated differently. I don't reckon that means... Oh, it's just stupid gravel. Please, game. I'm actually begging you at this point. This is insufferable. Are you kidding me? That's it. I give up. Was there even any iron around me? Are you actually kidding me? Have you ever noticed that when you play Minecraft the same time you're locked in on a conversation with someone, you don't play the game. Instead, you do this. Why on earth is the human brain's response to do that? So I thought it would be funny to tweet any one of my followers a neuroscientist that could do a study on this. You know, not expecting to hear an actual response. Turns out some of my followers are actually neuroscientists. So what's the reason we actually do this? Well, to start off, I got Twitter diagnosed with autism and ADHD 22 times. Yeah, I should have seen that one coming. But the actual reason is apparently the same reason why people walk around while talking on the phone. Because you're speaking to a person but you can't see them, our brains get a little bit confused. Because you're not looking at the person, you can't make eye contact or have any physical form of interaction. So to maintain focus, your brain looks for any additional form of stimulation. And when it does that, it normally goes straight to your hands. And as your hands were already on your keyboard and mouse, where you might have been focusing on building something which does take up quite a bit of brain power, so that your brain can focus on the conversation, your hands then start randomly parkouring you around. That way your brain reaches the perfect level of stimulation. The other day, I accidentally confused a lot of people because I was making a wheat farm and one harvest would get me this many chests full of wheat, but it only used this much water. And before you guess it, no, it wasn't because I used an infinite water source. For crops to grow, you only need 3 things: water, enough light, and obviously seeds. But the water doesn't have to be directly next to the farmland. Water will actually hydrate farmland 4 blocks away, including diagonal, which works out to 1 water for 63 crops. So most people would assume the next water needs to go here, but that's not true. Because it goes across 4, you can hydrate these 4 farmlands with water here, which means you can have an 8 wide area without any water, which you can make as long as you want. If you wanted to, you don't even have to go the other way, meaning you can have all of this farmland infinitely long with the illusion of no water, but we can still get thousands more with the same amount of water because this water in here doesn't have to be a full block. If we removed all of this water, then built a layer 2 blocks above it, by having water in the same spots on the top layer, this water is going to hydrate the whole top layer and any layers below it, which not only makes for a convenient way of getting between layers, but this can be infinitely stacked, meaning if you stack this all the way from bedrock to build height, only 4 water can get you up to 32,256 crops. As a Minecraft creator in a Minecraft body, I can't do most of the online trends. But today that changes with the help of a few mods. We're going to be attempting this trend where it looks like you've been picked up and you're trying to run away on the spot. The issue is in Minecraft, you can't make yourself run on the spot. So we need to make the illusion of running on the spot. So let's make a super flat world using white concrete and a barrier block on top to make it look like we're floating. So we'll be actually running forward and using a mod called flashback to follow us, making it look like we're still. Let's position where our camera's going to be. Perfect. We're going to be looking at this button and then we're going to turn and run this way. So lights, camera, action. I'm not cute anymore. And then we just run this way for a while and finish recording. Okay, I think this is looking as close to perfect as I can be bothered to get. Wait, track entity? Oh my goodness, wait, this works so much better. And of course, a video of me grabbing myself. Here's our footage. Something tells me this green screen isn't going to work perfectly. You know what, actually? This looks quite good. We're going to add a frame hold so it looks like I'm not moving my hand. Okay, we now just need the music. I think this might be the best thing I've ever made. You know what? I'm going to upload this video first and make people think this is my one video of the day. That's going to be funny. A lot of people use Minecraft as their main outlet for things that they can't do in real life. For Carla, she is literally playing Minecraft in real life and only plays the game where, quote, she's tired out or shut down by the government. Because she is quite literally digging a secret tunnel underneath her house for no reason at all. In Minecraft, tunnels are quite safe. But obviously, in real life, they are a lot more dangerous. So you'd probably assume that she has a lot of experience and maybe she does this for her job. No, she's a software engineer. But hey, good news. She's read a few books on how to build tunnels, but it does seem like her Minecraft knowledge has helped her quite a lot because she has things like a minecart and hopper system and specific stones that she finds underground she's saving specifically for building a castle in her back garden. When I saw this for the first time, my first thought was, wow, this is probably the best possible use of free will. Then I thought, is this even legal? No, it's not. Her neighbors did complain about the noise, and then the government realized that she didn't have any planning permission for this, so her project was shut down, but now she's managed to obtain some planning permission and is set to continue soon. I'm so incredibly invested in this. Oh, you made it to the end. Oh, wow, I didn't expect... Wait, this means all my time editing was worth it.